That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Hello. Hello. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Guess who didn't update the flight plan and the stuff for the bot? Man, the stupid bot. And the stupid person who programs the stupid bot. Hello. Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Do you ever get the feeling you forgot something? Do you know, like, you're pretty much ready to go. You've been checking out the things. Yeah, I've got my sounds and I got me cameras and yes, my lights are on. It's like that feeling, you know, when you leave your house in the morning ready to go to work and suddenly you realise you've no pants on. Thankfully, I'm wearing pants. Do you know what I mean? But maybe I forgot something. I don't know what it is. No doubt you'll tell me. Anyway, I hope you guys are all keeping very well. It's like it's halfway through the week. Like it's Wednesday already. What? And, well, what a week. Loads of stuff happening. Many things happening. Hey, CDN Taz, many thanks for the subscribe. And I saw, who else did we see? We saw something earlier during the stage when I said, Murph, you forgot something. Oh, it was Fort Noob. Dude, he's here for 4 months. Fort Noob and CDN Taz, thank you so very, very much, my guys. Tasty beverage on a Wednesday night. So, what we're going to do this evening, not like me to, jump out of my comfort zone. I said, right, we're going to do something different. Says you, well, what's different about this, Murph? Well, I'm glad you asked. Hang on, wait till you see this now, right? As we zoom in here, I'm using a very much work in progress of the fly inside Bell 47G. That was intentional, so you couldn't see it. Hang on. Is that a wig? This is my wig. Anyway, check this out. We're going to try and fly that thing. Look at the colours, man. We're going to try and fly it. There's all sorts of stuff happening. Your man has gone bananas. What is this crazy and mad thing that's happening? So, we'll start at the beginning, which I find is the best place to start. We're on the ground here in Waterford Airport, County Waterford, down the sunny southeast of Ireland. It's Echo India Whiskey Foxtrot. And from here, we're going to take a little flight in this death machine up to Waterford Hospital. Isn't it handy? So if we kind of crash along the way or crash as we try to land, we're in a good location. Then we're going to hightail it back to Waterford. Then we're going to jump into another chopper. Get to the chopper now! It's going to happen tonight, lads. The Arnie impersonations. The Arnie impersonations. I can't impersonate him. I don't have the physique. Do you know what I mean? But the voice. We'll try and work on the voice. He sounds a bit like this guy.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
See, we can do it. So yeah, it's all kind of happening, isn't it? So this is the work in progress of the fly inside Bell 47G. And well, what's interesting here is they're going to be releasing this thing, all going to plan, on the 30th, which is Friday. Ooh. Now you might say, Murph, what's the deal here? Like, we already have a freeware chopper, and well, it seems to be doing the job. This one is the first payware chopper that we have in the World of Flight simulator. And, well, it's going to be interesting. And what makes it even more interesting, it comes with its very own little kind of gadget. Look. I just need to know how it works. See this? So this is the fly inside computer thingy majiggy. I don't know what they called it actually. It's like your heli manager, it's called. So essentially what this does, it allows you to, you can edit some of the flight mechanics or flight model. So if we zoom down here, we can put in the cyclic sensitivity, the stability, and the tail stability. And you'll notice something kind of important as we look up on the screen over here. We have easy, medium, and realistic. So to put it in other words, it's like easy is just like, that's grand. Medium is like, wait, why are you doing that? You weren't supposed to do that. And then realistic is just, So we'll start on easy and work our way up. Then we have the controls. So basically what I was telling you, you need to make sure that you bind a couple of your controls for this. Now, luckily, Fly Inside had this in mind. So for my setup, I didn't need to change anything. I mean, I have a joystick, I have a throttle that controls me throttle, propeller, and also mixture. I've already have them in it. So that's pretty cool. So, the sensitivity to 0 and reactivity to 100. That's in like your controller sensitivities, but we can go through all that if you guys are stuck. So it's pretty cool. So it says, if you have a collective with a throttle, bind your propeller pitch axis 1 for manual helicopter throttle, and then you can use the gov switch on the aircraft collective to turn the governor on or off. Basically, this chopper, the actual real world chopper, doesn't have a governor. You have to kind of manage your RPM and your manifold pressure and mixture, which means it's quite a lot of a payload and workload, for a pilot to do. Thankfully, they put in a little button, so we just don't have to worry about it, which is really, really handy because, you know, there's enough to be doing while trying to keep this thing level. Forget about the engines. Do you know what I mean? And you can see, yes, look, it is still work in progress. The pilots are kind of like, do you know when you had like, I don't know, Action Man or Barbie or whoever it was, and like if they sat in a chair, their legs just didn't always go where they were supposed to? You know what I mean, look. Buttons, Murph, buttons. So, do you know what I mean? They're kind of sitting up. Oh, you can't see it, look. That's a rookie mistake. They can't, well, they don't hit the pedals yet. But don't worry about this. This is all kind of work in progress. They're working on this stuff. So we shan't worry about it too much. So we'll check it all out. As I said, we're going to go flying in this thing. And, well. There shall be some new words invented tonight. But, it does look really nice though, doesn't it? Like the model is stunning. It's beautiful. And the amount of detail, we'll go through this and we'll show it a little bit more in a minute. But like, look at the state of that. Look at it. Look at the detail they've gone into. It's absolutely staggering. Absolutely staggering. So we'll leave it in this kind of position. And, you know, there's stutterage as well. The lads in there can just be psyching themselves out, you know, because I have to take the controls here now in a moment. They'd be terrified, absolutely terrified. But anyway, it's time to ramble over to the chat to say hello to you lovely people for joining me here this Wednesday. I hope your week is going great. As Keen Lafford once said, it's the last Wednesday before the weekend. Ooh, roll on Friday. I can't wait. It's a long weekend. We got a 3-day weekend coming up right here in little old Ireland. And I think the UK have one as well. Excellent. So, I shall ramble over. You can see I don't know if this updated fully, because you know how it is. Because it's very busy. So if I miss anyone, just, you know, shout at the TV screen or monitor or phone or mobile device until I answer you. But we have a Ben McClure who's rambled in. Let's get vertical. Literally. I know, right? Pyrotech is in the house. Happy Wednesday. Wayland Utani is here. Shrow Zero, good to see you. Gibbo Ireland is in the house. Would you look at the state of the new emoji? Mechanical Madness is here, good to see you, my dude. There's the notification for Fort Noob. Thank you so very, very much, my dude. Really do appreciate it. Viper Strike is here, good to see you. Kaharia rambles in, happy Wednesday. Soaring AJ is here. Cy Murray, welcome aboard. Here's Johnny. Yeah, baby, yeah. Here's Johnny's here. There. Here, good to see you. Mr. Hoppy rambles in, good to see you too, my dude. I can never pronounce your name, so we'll just go for Angry Gig. It was a good try. Do you know what I mean? Points for attempt. But yes, Kozaki Flyer 66, low and slow time. We'll try. Usually it's low and fast and Huey, Rolf time in a chopper. Let's see what happens. Dangerous Brian is in the house, good to see you. Shuffle Shoes rambles in. Andrew Hill opens the door, looks in and says, hello. Keen Lafford's in the house. Only 19 days until the Eurovision. It's getting real, Keen. I mean, the excitement is getting real. Captain Sick Bag is in the house saying, good evening, Murph. Good evening, Fireflies. Good evening, chatters, trusty mods, and the rusty bots. I didn't update my bot. Good to see you, Captain Sick Bag. Tritz4 is in the house. Ibuprofen has rambled in. Good to see you. Who else? Jepson 2001, the man, the myth, the legend. He says, well, hello. Happy Wednesday, Murph and all, and a special shout out to Sir Murphbot. He's doing the best he can. Do you know what I mean? Jacob Mossad is here, good to see you. Annalisa has rambled in. The music reminds me of Dynasty Warriors. Ooh. I don't think I've played that. Keen Lafford is loving the new emotes. Yeah, baby. Oh, look. The crisps worked. What are they called? Annalisa crisps. Gibbo made that one. It's deadly, isn't it? Go on, the Gibbo. Annalisa crisps. Don't get crumbs. Well, in fairness, if you were to get crumbs in this thing, they'd literally just blow out the side. It's totally fine. We've got this. Rogers RC75 is here. Good to see you. Tarnished Mossman. Hello. He says, hello, everyone. Midweek Madness is here. It's the middle of the week. We're just jump on now for the big push. We'll get there in the end. 99 Owls in the house, along with Muse Fan. Hello. Godden77. Rotating, good evening. Hyperstrike says, get to the chopper. Who else? Colonel Fork says, I think this is wrong for tonight. Yes. The bot was a little bit behind in his flight planage. But if you do ! Chopper, that'll give you a link to the freeware chopper. And I think there's a link there for scenery, I think. If there's not, I'll put one in. But we're also going to be using some freeware scenery by Epic Fool, one of the very helpful dudes in our community, real handy with the camera work. But he was liking the chopper so much, he said, I'm going to make a few helipads. And then he kind of got out of control and he made a ton of them for Ireland. And they're really, really cool. And we'll see them now we'll look at one or two of them in a little while. Nighty Night House says, me in a helicopter, be ready for utter mayhem. The mayhem here tonight is just going to be mind-blowing. Bosman is here. Good to see him, my dude. Who else? Egged Barley's here. Hello. Fort Noob with the hot tub emote. Telling you, Fort, it's going to happen. You can see a chopper in the air above us, look. The rotors still don't spin. So with the Hc-135, the freeware chopper, it's on version 0.9. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Tarnish Mossman is here. Good to see you. Peter Pepperman rambles in. He says, good evening, Flight Leader Murphy. Hope everything is good over here in Tipperary. I mean, over there. All is well in Tip. The weather, not so much. It's like 10 degrees this week. Last week it was like 17 degrees. That's a notable change. Do you know what I mean? You feel that sort of cold. But apart from that, all is well. JMS 737, hello. Good to see you. Hey, 40 Gumbles here. Good to see you, my dude. Spitfire RAF 100. Happy Wednesday. Kaharia is here as well. Hello, Kaharia. And Irish Flyer 2. If like me, earlier on, we were all watching The Flying Fabio. And he was checking out the Corsair. It's cool, wasn't it? You learn so much with Fabio. Fabio, you need to fly this thing next. I want to know all about it. We have some notes, but like, do you know what I mean? We need to that's now a new thing to say. We're going to Fabio it. And scene. It was done here, therefore it'll happen. But yes.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
Colonel Fork is doing things. We'll get to now in a moment. Every morning it's usually... 40 Gumble says, Murph, yes, every morning, and usually it's my sanity. Oh, the shame! Mechanical Madness says, love this time of the week. Absolutely. CDN Taz subscribing with tier 1 with his Prime. Many thanks, my dude. Who? Trit said, was this a wig? I don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Here's one thing that's kind of important, guys. If you do want to fly with us tonight, you're more than welcome. You can fly, GA aircraft, but just make sure you don't use any custom liveries. That is of vital importance. Nothing custom. So even if you're using the freeware chopper, only use the liveries that came with that. Not to upset everything. And me especially. But yes, Sai 120's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Ibuprofen says, the forgotten coffee machine is worse. Ooh. Oh, there's all stuff happening here, lads. Your man's getting fierce excited. Irish Aviator says, Murph is back. Let's go. Ben McClure said, it's the head, Murph. It's nowhere to be seen. Oh, dear. Mr. Hoppy tries to drink. It didn't work. Aha. Oh, no, it did. Look. Oh, it did. Kane Effort said, the pizza is here already. That was a quick week. Do you have, pizza only on a Wednesday, or does it vary, my dude? 99L says, incredible stutterage here. We'll see how we go. We do have Join FS there as a backup if it all goes, that direction. So let's see. Hey, Wombat's in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Wombat, we've been doing loads of flying with you, man. It's been awesome. Who else is here? Dennis G. Happy Wednesday. Phil does Twitch. We're flying the spinning death trap things. Yes, accurate description. Good to see you, Phil. It does look nice though, doesn't it? Annalise is subscribed to tier 2 for 9 months. 9 months, Annalisa. Thank you so very, very much indeed. I really do appreciate the support. 9 months. Yeah, right. Here's Johnny says, it looks much better in orange. It does, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of fancy looking. Mr. Happy says, does Flight Sim support helicopters now? Not really. However, with Fly Inside, there's all sorts of kind of cool coding. I'll tell you about it in a few minutes. Essentially, they've built their own flight code and they inject it into the sim when you fly their aircraft. That's why you have a heli manager. So the heli manager will kind of take over some of the settings in the code of the sim, so you can fly the aircraft based on its flight model, if that makes any sense. I'll explain it to you in a few minutes. You need to put on your tinfoil hat. We're going to learn science now in a minute. Gregor says it's the MASH chopper. It is. They had like skis, or not skis, they had like skis. They had like gurneys on the side, stretchers. Fort Noob says, ooh, it looks sweet. I know, right? Scorpio 49 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Hey, Mrs. Two-Tone's here. Jepson says, even the chopper pilots have polished their shoes for the occasion. Chopper hype. Seamus McNeil is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Tarnish Moshman says, get to the chopper, Murph. Irish Flyer says, I'm taking out the Garda chopper. You can't use your own, well you can, but like it'll just kind of make the rest of us stutter. So if you wouldn't mind, Irish Flyer, no custom liveries, my dude. EL737RS is here, good to see you. Dennis G says, I ain't got no chopper. You can chopper if you want to, my dude. But yes, Roger Moe's in the house, good to see you. Hey, Catbat9 is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. Gibbo Ireland, straight in with the sippage. I regret it already. Look at the fancy emote though. I'd be cursing that. Ooh. Hey, Goblin Zeus is here. Good to see you. Where do you get the bell at? Says Jacob Mossad. It's not released just yet. So this is a work in progress from Fly Inside. They're hoping to release it this week. So if you do see kind of anything, weird, or if the chopper does things it's not supposed to do, bear in mind they're still working on it. So much so, I received an update this morning for the flight model. So let's see what that does. Hey, DC Viper's in the house. Good to see you. So yeah, the flight model that they've designed, with Fly Inside, they've pretty much built their own simulator. And these are the guys who were behind one of the first guys. They managed to put VR into X-Plane before Laminar made it native. So the dudes be smart. They be very smart. They know what's happening. Now, Phil Does Twit says, what's the story with the music? The pitch? Is it up and down? I don't know. Is there a manual? Yes, they include a manual. In fact, the manual is actually quite good. Now, I during the whole beta thing, you come up with suggestions, things you see and things you'd like to see. So part of it says, when you install their Heli Manager, it's going to insert code into the core of your sim. Now, when I saw that, I started biting my nails going, oh, don't break me sim. But what is important, the only time that code activates within the sim is when you're flying the chopper. It has no impact on any other aircraft or scenery. It does nothing to the sim until this aircraft or future aircraft from Fly Inside are activated, and then it's just saying to the sim, yes, I see what you did here, but we're going to change it ever so slightly. And that's only for the flight model. So it's interesting what they've done. It's genius what they've done. And it also helps as well from not the DMCA, copyright. Do you know what I mean? So if you're familiar with the likes of X-Plane, they use like the Sassel engine, or they use what's the other gadget? You get it on X-Aviation, whereby you have to authenticate and put in a password and all this kind of stuff, or an activation code. This kind of does that, but you don't worry about the activation code. It's a one-time hit and away it goes. But it just means that their server then says, user such and such has logged on. Yeah, that's okay. If you didn't have an activation code, it'll say user someone else has logged in. Ooh, that's not okay. So it's a way for them to safeguard their product as well, which unfortunately they have to do. Such is the world we live in. And well, what do you do? DC says, is there a MASH livery? There kind of is, but the green is like, do you know what I mean? It's somewhere between, I'll show you. it needs a little bit of work. Do you know what I mean? Annalisa says they just had too much dancing last night. I know, right? Here's Johnny says, I didn't play with Barbies. I played with G.I. Joes and they didn't have time to sit in chairs. Do you remember G.I. Joe? Bosman with the subscribe. Many thanks, dude. Do you remember G.I. Joe? Hey, Espen is here. Come on, they're just stretching. Yes, they're in a constant stage. It's a cramp. Cramp! It's a cramp. That's what they have. Jefferson says chopperage, right? Joey Bolo says, hey, Murph and the fam. It's good to see you, dude. The heat shield should be a bit shinier. Unplayable. Absolutely, DC. Part of, you know, you'll see it now in a while. Who be this? Hey, Ernest, Cap. Many thanks for the follow, dude. So yes, where are we at? It's very busy. My week is going awesome. I got a 30-70 and I'm getting my second shot tomorrow. Nice, DC. Fantastic. Now, Cy Murray says, I'm off for 2 weeks after this week. Nice. That's what we want to hear. Estefez is in the house. Good to see you, my dude. You're very welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday. Hope all is well. Captain Rudiger says, good evening from Stuttgart. Good evening to you, Captain Rudiger. I hope all is well. We're in a chopper, lads. I don't know what's going to happen. Here's Johnny says, I'm a gonna hopper in the chopper and not stopper till I drop her. What? But I approve. Mrs. Teuton says, hi, Murph from the kitchen. Oh, look at your man landing sideways. Quick, change the subject. Flying chickens over there. Distraction. There we go. That worked. Yes. Philly Road says, hey, don't crash into my house. Gotcha. Mr. Hoppy says, do you have an idea how bizarre it is seeing a Mooney hovering in midair? It probably looks like a Finanza. It's very strange. But yes. Now, where are we at? I see floating bonanzas on VATSIM. Yeah, we call them Finanzas. Wayland says, when your vertical speed is higher than your horizontal speed, you have a problem. And you'll see it firsthand here momentarily. But yes. Now, where are we at? Did we catch up yet? I don't think so. Viper Strike says, MASH theme intensifies. Crompton has subscribed. Holy moly. We'll get to these now in a second. It's very busy, lads. What's going on? Why is it so busy? It's only Wednesday. Now, let me see. Macho Seth is here. Good to see you, my dude. SJ Fly 2 has rambled in. We really should have a Eurovision watch-along, says Cy120. I reckon Keane Lafford does the reenactment. Every single song he must sing. I believe in you, Keane. I know you can do it. Is the heli out? Yes or no? Not yet. Not yet. Should be out on Friday, SJ Fly 2. Here's Johnny Hugs the Chopper. So you can download the freeware chopper, which is the Airbus Hc-135. We'll have a look at that a little bit later on. So, where are we at? It's kind of busy, lads. Waltons, top man, top man. Ooh. So we had Colonel Fork gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Man alive, the legend. Colonel Fork, thank you so very, very much, my dude. He gives them to the Dalid, Markade767, Oist, Noel K, and Storm Talker. Many thanks, my dude. The legend is strong. DC Viper says, Murph, Fabio's dad says the Hc-135 is really good. It is. No, it is really, really good. It's getting better and better. And to think it's freeware is awesome. And then Viper there with the cheers, man. Cheers. Thank you very much indeed, DC. Crompton says, choppers? Yes, I know, right? Hey, Sydney O's here. He says, evening, Mr. and Mrs. Two-Tone and the Fireflies from Cape Town. Good day to you, my brew. I hope all is well. There's another subscribe. It's from Tom LeCrab. He's so hot right now. Many thanks, my dude. I'm going to be half cut leaving here. I have to be kind of switched on flying this. God almighty. It requires concentration. It requires and this dilutes concentration. So, Goblin says Fabio's stream on the Corsair was very informative. I also flew the Corsair with Fabio. Nice. Dennis G says, good news, Join FS works. It does, and it's much faster. And a huge shout out to Naughty Gnome for the fantastic help that he did. Jimbro, many thanks for the follow, dude. Now, we'll get down to the chat and then, you know what I mean. We've got a couple of flashing nameplates here with accompanying stutterage, says Captain Sickbag. Okay, well, don't worry. If we're having hassles, just flick off the multiplayer. We have Join FS there as a backup. So all should be well. Bell Bro is here. Good to see you. Billouette, hello, my friend. Hope all is well. Now, where are we at, lads? Jacob Moss is here. Good to see you. Race Division. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday, dude. General Error is here. Who else? Why don't nameplates show on aircraft and altitude anymore, says Gregor. Not sure, dude. I'm sure there's a reason.
Gonna collect some green stamps.
What in the name of? There's stuff happening, lads. Dan1990 is here. Good to see you, my dude. Happy Wednesday. Mechanical says, I got charts in the chopper. Love the GTN 750. Oh, yeah, that's right. The GTN 750 mod works in the 135. That's the 135 behind us. If you can kind of see it on the screen, that's what it does. Andrew is in the house. Hello, Andrew. Now, let's see. Hey, Craigie Baby J is here. Happy Wednesday to you, my dude. Spotlight on or off, says Irish Flyer. What's happening? Why is there buttons? What's going on? SFS says, so that means other airplane developers could potentially make the flight model more realistic if that's possible. Interesting. He says, hello from Portugal, by the way. Hello from Tipperary, my dude. You're very welcome aboard. Yes, your answer is yes. So we all know for the likes of, say... Now, this isn't confirmed, right? Your man is going to be hoarse. This isn't confirmed, but we do know the way that A2A, for which I'm sure we all know, make absolutely stunning aircraft. And, you know, they're on point when it comes to the flight logic, you know, the characteristics of the aircraft, the flight model, so on, so on, so on. We all know that they use their product known as, what do they call it? AccuSim. And AccuSim runs independently from the simulator because it codes the aircraft. It can read the aircraft and it can also talk to the aircraft. This idea that Fly Inside are working on, it is one of the paving stones in the foundation to allow that, because they've basically made their own engine to sit outside of the sim, whereby now you can tell the aircraft, I want an easy flight model, a medium or a hard flight model, and I also want to control the sensitivities. So they're effectively controlling the code from outside of the code, if that makes any sense. But essentially, it's a huge leap forward, which is brilliant. So yeah, exciting times. And I've the news to do as well, and there's some very exciting news, and some like top, hot, off the shelf. No one's broken this story yet. I could get in trouble, but we'll give it a bash and see what happens. They just shouldn't have told me. Anyway, Bosman has subscribed at tier 1 4 months, dude. Bosman, seriously? Thank you. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. DC says, I spend a significant part of my allowance on G.I. Joes. Deadly. Did you get like the tanks and the jeeps and like, do you remember the parachutes? They'd only work once because you get all the lines kind of tangled, and then your mum or your dad had to come along and like cut them with a scissors, and he said, I told you you'd break it. And you were just like, medic! We were all there. We all did it. I know we did. I still do it. Lowpox M is here. Happy Wednesday. Booms says, G.I. Joe dubbed commercials were the best. G.I. Joe, wasn't it? Over here we had Action Man. He was the greatest hero of them all. Action Man. They even had a song. Action Man versus G.I. Joe. Who would win? Go. We just don't know. Hey, Zazarin is here. Good to see you. Do you have a separate axis for cyclic and collective, or just use throttle for collective? You can just use a throttle for the collective, which is super handy. If you want to change it, you can change it. But otherwise, just use your throttle, which is handy. Crompton subscribing at tier 1 for 4 months, my dude. Let's spool up the FADEX. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so very, very much, my dude. The love is real tonight. And many thanks. We got a hype train thingy-majiggy in the background as well. The love is real. Merlin Fires in the house. Good to see you. Tomlet Crab is here. Keen Effort says, the pizza has been consumed. Hang on, wait, already? Who said what about Eurovision watch along? So Keen, you have to reenact the entire Eurovision, singing all the songs. Maybe in Kermit the Frog style. Who knows, man? Who knows? Tom the Crab subscribed at tier 2 for 6 months, currently on a 5-month streak. Tom the Crab, thank you so very, very much, my dude. DC Viper is even doing more bits. He's throwing bits up in the air like they were confetti. Hang on. Oh, I missed. I'll tell you a funny story about bin cam in a while as well. Remind me later. But DC, many thanks for the bits, my dude. It's happening, right? Mechanical says the 135 is easier to fly in advance than the Little Bird is on DCS. I agree. Phil Does Twit says, are we on JoinFS as well? Either or. So if Microsoft servers aren't doing the thing, we can jump onto JoinFS, which is always kind of handy. Colonel Fork with the 500 bits. Dude, what's happening? Thanks. Hey, Rodrigo Pinchari is in the house. Good to see you, dude. Happy Wednesday. Joey Bolo 77, throwing the chopper bits. Chopper bits. Get to the bits. Thank you, dude. Your kindness, lads. It's nuts. Baron Cosp says, I apologise in advance. First day of choppers. Absolutely. It's going to be nuts, man. We'll give it a shot now. But chances are, it's going to be nuts. Aspen74 with the bits as well. Thank you so very much indeed, my dude. Yep, it's official. Murphy's going to be absolutely... Do you know what I mean? Slow it down the ginnage, man. Dragon 40 is here. Now, let me see. Are we there yet? Negative Approach is in the house. Good to see you. Seamus McNeil says, Barbie would win. Well, do you remember the song, I'm a Barbie Girl? Do you remember the song? Come on. I've had an idea. Colonel Fork says G.I. Joe, right? Hey, Steve Solo's here. 1 second stutters, God and an Irish Flyer have flashing name tags. Are you guys in custom liveries? Ooh. Then we have some choo-choo stuff. Gaharia says, woohoo, I can see you guys. Nice. Kean Effort says, Murph, the challenge is accepted. Oh, nice. Now, Dan1990 said, is it easy to install JoinFS? Yes, there's a YouTube video over on the Two Tone Murphy channel. Gibbo Ireland did a fantastic tutorial, and if you're ever stuck, just ramble over to our Discord. We'll get you set up on that as well. Katie UK is in the house. Hello, Katie UK. Happy Wednesday to you. Right, I think we're there. That didn't take long at all, Murph. That didn't take long at all. So, I've news, right? And then we're going to get flying, and then we'll be flying for a while. I can't give you the news when I'm flying. I'll crash, and you won't get to see the news. Do you know what I mean? So we'll start with the news. Are we ready? We'll do this button and this button. What's happening? So I kind of said to you the other day, right? With more tunage, right? The news. Orbex, our friends at Orbex, well, they've just gone ahead and released Shoreham and Elstree Aerodrome for Microsoft Flight Simulator. What? 2 airports together, 2 iconic airports. So Shoreham is the one down in Brighton. Yeah, fantastic airport. And Elstree, Elstree is, it's very close to London. Plenty of opportunities for some varied sightseeing as an urban in an urban centre. See, the gin is working, or for the countryside. Both airfields have been recreated by Orbex with the studio's typical quality and attention to detail. Now wait and hear this. Because they're releasing the 2 of them together, you can get a saving here. There's a discount if you buy the 2 of them together. So Shoreham and Brighton and Elstree are now available through Orbex Direct, and they're for around £10 each. But if you buy them together, they give you a discount, which is awesome. So if you're missing them in the sim, I know that Shoreham, we were really waiting for a decent payware of that. It's right down at Brighton, which is on the south coast of England. It's beautiful. And well, let's just say we're going to go flying there soon. So there you are. That's from Orbex. Next up, but wait, there's more. Just need to do this. I don't know, did you guys have Shoreham on another platform? That'd be interesting. Hey, Merlin Flyer has just subscribed. Thank you so much. 4 months, man. 4 months. That's crazy. Many thanks to you, my dude. Now, next up. This is, this is a professional kind of a setup here, lads. We'll get there in the end, though. There we go. Now, what are we looking at here? Well, this is from Aerosoft. It is a new UK airfield for Flight Simulator. It's called Perranport Airfield, Echo Golf Tango or Tango Papa. Located in the picturesque Cornwall at the southwestern tip of England, it was the only tarmac surface GA airfield in the county, and it dates back to World War II. Home to the Parenport Flying Club, the airfield has 2 tarmac runways with 2 grass strips, gives you plenty of choices to approach the scenic location. It sits right beside some steep cliffs, offering both a stunning and challenging approach. Ooh, this thing now will be absolutely ideal for the likes of the Spitfire. Do you know what I mean? The developers of the scenery, Starport Sceneries, who have already launched a series of interesting airports, have recreated Parenport with impressive levels of detail. It's available over on the Aerosoft store and also in and around £10. So do be sure to check it out. That's 3 UK airports all coming out together. Isn't that nuts? Yes, Murph, it's nuts. Right? It's just nuts, lads. Now, we're nearly there. Just hang on for another couple of minutes. We're nearly there. But we still have more to do. We're like, what are they called? Oh, yeah. We've this now to do, right? So if you're watching, I don't know where you're watching earlier on, Coffee House, right? Who does the best Hank Hill impression there is in the history of Hank Hill.
Hey, good morning.
Who be this? Hey! Dascan, many thanks for the follow, dude. Now, why didn't that work? Aircraft. Okay, well, I've no pictures because it won't work. But we all know that the new Top Rudder Solo 103 has been released by Asobo. So it's in the marketplace. Have a look at it. Coffee House is flying it there this evening. It is an ultra-light, teeny tiny little aircraft. I'd be no good in it at all. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, you know what I mean? But be sure to check it out. It looks very fancy indeed. Now, we have other news. There we go. This thing here, lads, right? DC says, more of me to love. I'm right there with you. Right? But we don't get cold in the winter. But we overheat in the summer, man. This one here, right? This is interesting. This is the Embraer ERJ family is going to come to Microsoft Flight Sim by next gen simulations. Look at this. Oh, there's stuff happening. Booms has gifted a tier 1 sub, dude, to Zulu Sakazulus. Many thanks, my dude. Ooh. Trit says we live near Parenport. Nice. So the ERJ family, next gen simulations. These are the guys who gave the Embraer EM110. I can't pronounce it. I think it's like the Brennerati or something. Anyway, they're now working on a highly ambitious project, which is bringing the ERJ family to Microsoft Flight Sim. This regional jet competes directly with the Bombardier CRJ series. So the Banderante, that's how I pronounce it, it was kind of mildly received because, you know, it looked beautiful. The FPS hit in the cockpit was absolutely dire, and well, the sounds, do you know what I mean? It's like getting nails onto a blackboard and the sounds were rubbish. Now, they said they will fix it. So if they're going to work on that, it could be interesting, you know? So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that little project if you do like your airliners. And they're also going to be working on a Saab as well. What? A Saab? Yes. Now, we've one left to do. Just hang on, lads. We're nearly there, I promise. There's so much news this week. It's absolutely bananas. This is right up our alley. This here, friends. Right? Are you ready? Are you ready now? SimWorks Studios have recently announced their new aircraft for Microsoft Flight Sim. It is the Kodiak 100. Now, these are the guys who also released the Zenith STOL. You know, the CH-701 Zenith? They released that. They're now working on the Kodiak. Now, the Kodiak is somewhere between kind of a Cessna Grand Caravan and the wonderful Quest Kodiak. It's somewhere in between. So they're working on it. So the new images show the exterior of the Kodiak is mostly complete and is coming with a wide variety of repaints. The developer expects to release the aircraft with 25 different liveries in 3 different configurations. It'll have normal tyres, a Tundra variant, and also amphibian. The developers are also working on the electrical system, which bodes well for any expectation for a relatively complex aircraft. We're very curious to see how SimWorks is going to recreate the Kodiak. If successful, this will be a very versatile plane. It's going to be, I'd say, whenever this comes out and when you have the Twin Otter, they're going to be pitched close, very, very close together, because awesome aircraft, absolutely amazing. So the Kodiak Quest, you'll know Steve-O Knievo has flown it a few times, and it is a beautiful aircraft, but it's very similar to that of the Cessna Grand Caravan. It's just all kind of, do you know what I mean? So yeah.
That's a big 10-4, good buddy.
What's happening now? Light to Program has subscribed. Lads, it's gone bananas. Many thanks, my dude. Cheers. So, where are we at? Hey, Ailerons is here as well. Good to see you. So that's it. Our news, of course, provided by our great friends over at the MSFSaddons.com. Do be sure to ramble over. And the last bit of news I have for you. And you can always remember, you know, unless I get in trouble, we heard it here first. Murphy told us. The wonderful dudes over at Just Flight today have released their new, an Avro 146 for X-Plane, right? Which is a regional jet kind of a thing. And it's very beautiful. And they're also working on the Turbo Arrow and also the Hawk for Microsoft Flight Simulator. And well, they just told me today they've started working on their Tornado GR4. What? For Microsoft Flight Sim. Another fighter jet on its way, and one of the most iconic fighter jets is the Tornado. So there's plans to bring that machine into the world of Microsoft Flight Sim. Isn't that nuts? I mean, come on, a Tornado? Really? Yes! It's going to be nuts. Now, Aileron says, I'm working on your TBM startup guide. But yeah, I want a Tornado, man. It's going to be cool. So, anyway, thanks for waiting for ages. So, this chopper, get to the chopper. Well, I'll show you some of the detail. Oh, are we starters? No, we're okay. I'll show you some of the details here, right? So, as you can see, the engine at the back, right? If we zoom in here, make it kind of slow so we can control it, Murph. That's better. Look at the level of detail these guys have gone into. Isn't this nuts? Like all the way down to like spark plugs. The heat shields. If we ramble up here, these be fuel tanks. You can see the lines that go all the way down. The main tanks up at the top. The detail gone into the rotor blades. I mean, lads, look at the state of it. Do you know what I mean? It's Bob Ross level of friendly little spring, happy little spring, and he's got a happy little friend. Do you know what I mean? It is, though. It is. It's absolutely staggering, the level of detail they've gone in on this thing. So, what might look like a very kind of simple and kind of, it's a funny little chopper. It's incredibly detailed. Who be this? New follow to Radovoda. Many thanks, my dude. Welcome aboard. It looks epic. Do they spin? They will. Soon. So then we have, like, you know, what's interesting about this chopper is it's a piston engine. What? It's a piston engine. So you have this kind of I'm just going to call it a drivetrain, but basically this whole entire bar rotates all the way, and that powers up the little dude here at the back. So you'll see it once I get this machine started, right? And let's hope the stutters, you know what I mean, they behave themselves. We also have, mind the speed here, Murph. We also have your oil tank here. And it even indicates W80 oil filter. Ooh and ah. But it really is one of them. It's a very much an ooh and ah type of aircraft because they've put so much detail into it. And remember, it hasn't been released yet. They're still working on it. Do you know what I mean? Well, Paddy and Teresa are there. We're going to go flying now in a moment and start it up. So, well, let's jump inside and see what happens. Lots of areas to spray WD-40 on. Absolutely, booms. Now, one thing that's impressive is the sounds as well. And like speaking of the rotors, look. Do you know what I mean? There's PBR in them and they're super good. So we'll leave this camera here. The normal external camera isn't great. I'll show you now. So this is inside. This is the external camera. It's too close. They know they're going to fix it. They just said, Murph, we're not going to fix that yet. We've 3 or 4 other things to do. Then we'll fix it. And I said, yeah, it's cool. And again, it's not released yet, so they'll have it ready. So here we are inside the cockpit. Look, there's nothing. But you can see up here. That is nice, isn't it? I mean, that's pretty. So, see the doors? Well, you can actually disappear them. They're gone. We didn't need them at all. And the windshield does work with rain effects and everything else, and it does look really, really nice. It does look nice. Absolutely. It is a witch aircraft. Yes. Do you know what I mean? So we'll keep it on realistic here for the crack, and let's just see what happens, because this could be, you know what I mean? So moving down here, well, we'll have a look at the main instruments here. All right. So it's basic enough. Temperatures, we have our mag switches over here. Leave them to off. Good man, Murph. You have your RPM for your rotor. You have your airspeed, your manifold pressure. You have your altimeter, or altitude indicator. Then you have your oil, fuel, and temperatures. You have your vertical speed. You have your fuel tank. You have your cylinder head temperature. And then we have, a number of lights and stuff. All right. So what we're going to do, battery on first. The first thing. And we'll get some lightage on just to let people know we're doing a thing. Instruments, nav lights, and beacon. And everything else can stay where it is for the moment. Now, to start this machine, this thing is going to start like a lawnmower. We'll turn on the sound kind of full whack. Do you know what I mean? Just so you guys can kind of appreciate it. So what we're going to do, in order to start it up, well, we can control a couple of things. See the throttle down here on the left-hand side? That's my prop. Oh, that's my prop axis, and that'll control the RPM. And if we look at the rotors, if I put my throttle in, which is the collective, do you see them moving? Hang on, we'll do this, look. See the way they move? Oh, it's deadly! Actually, does it show from out here? Hang on. Isn't that awesome? We can do it from here, you probably see it better. So if I move my throttle, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like making a sound. Do you know what I mean? But that's pretty cool. What are the frames doing? We're okay for the moment. So, as I said, we're going to get this machine started here. So, make sure our throttle is low. This is our mixture here. Keep that low. So, we're going to hit the starter. Wait and hear this. You forgot to add fuel, Murph. We'll try it again. Are you ready? The sound. Oh, our mags are off. Oh God, the noise. Right, we can kind of hear it now, right? So the rotors are now moving and you can hear them building up, yeah? How long before we get an Airwolf? Hopefully not too long. Ben McClure says, I almost accidentally jettisoned the door off an Army Air Corps Gazelle once. Oh dear. Now, what's going to be cool here is, right, if you listen closely, they have this, the rotors or the blades, well, they slap or chop through the air. So if I pitch forward just on the ground level, right? And again. You know what I mean? One more time. Isn't that the cat's meow? So, yeah, Murph, we're going to try and fly this now, right? This is going to be frightening. I suppose we put it on the primer. Strobe lights on, yes, and landing light on, yes. Okay, what I'm going to try and do. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. What I'm going to try and do is, well, take this thing off the ground in such a way that I won't, explode or die. So to do that, it takes a lot of sensitivity. There's a word I'm trying to... You have to be very sensitive with the controls. That's the word. See? I can do words. Are we ready? How are the sounds? Good? So we're going to start adding in... Now I need to keep an eye on the RPM, the manifold pressure, and then the mixture. Okay? Put the door back on. Who needs the doors? And now, to make this even worse, I was using this with my track IR, and these lights that you can't see them, but I've lights just over the camera. The track IR is like, nah, I'm not playing, it's too bright in here. So I have to do it without track IR. It'll be fine, right? So, manifold pressure coming up. Balance the RPMs. We have lift off. Oh, it's trying to do things. Easy does it now, Murph. Easy does it. Easy now. As I said, start off on easy mode, because if you put it onto like realistic, do you know what I mean? It takes a lot of time. So we're going to pitch forward here very slowly. Look at all the choppers, man. It's all about being gentle with these things. Concentration levels are shockingly high. So we're going to head out towards the runway, turn right, and then we're heading up to Waterford General Hospital. Because Epic Fool has made an absolute ton load of helipads all around Ireland. We'll go through some of them now in a moment. So as we're motoring along here, quick look out the left-hand side. Yes, yes, all looks well. Check out the right-hand side. And now we'll start making our turn. So we'll use a tiny little bit of... Really, Mrs. Two-Tone? Really? Jeez, hang on. Oh. Ah. Thank you. Tasty beverage. So it's all about kind of very minute inputs. Here's one for you. The Easy flight model. If you were to select Easy, it is possible to fly this even with your Xbox controller. It's pretty cool. So we're kind of chugging along nicely here now. We can watch our speed. We're only doing about 30, so we can speed this one up. Open our little happy little map here as well. So we're going to head up towards Waterford General Hospital, which is pretty much up this way. So we can see from our climbing rate, we don't necessarily need to keep climbing, so we'll try and keep it level. There's a little bit of stuttering, but we're okay. But in terms of what the chopper is doing and how it moves, and the visibility in this thing in VR is nuts. It's actually so much easier to fly choppers in VR. Track IR, not too bad, but VR, because you sense the horizon, you know what the chopper is doing. Like this, I kind of have to wait for the horizon to move, or I have to notice the horizon move. The sim doesn't support choppers yet, so they don't show up in the right multiplayer. No, they don't. Not yet, but they will soon. They're working on that. So our speed is kind of nice here. We're chugging along. Now what I can do, I can cheat a little bit, right? And relax. Because I have it, you know when you go into like drone cam? It kind of does its thing. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to just go to this view for a minute. And look at this happy little guy as he flies along. And we have like a range of the mad lads behind us. Do you know what I mean? Melkor says, is this a paid mod? Yes, this is going to be the first payware chopper for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's being released by a company called Fly Inside. And it's, well, as you can see, lads. Remember I was telling you about that weird thing on the back? Look. Look. It's spinning and rotating. Right? Isn't that brilliant? It spins and rotates. And if we zoom in here to the choppers itself, this level of detail, it's just stunning. It's beautiful. This is beautiful. If we go back down to the tail rotor, don't get your head cut, Murph. Do you know what I mean? But everything spins the way it's supposed to spin. And the sounds are good, like. Do you know what I mean? So it's doing its thing. So they do have to work on the pilots, because they're a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But they'll get better, so they will. Now, what we can really do to make this look fancy, because it's all about the aesthetics these days, isn't it? There we go. Why don't we put a bit of sunshine on the situation? So while that's doing that, I'm going to do this, right? because, well, I need to do this every now and again. So, it's time to say, well, thank you to a lot of the people who are supporting the channel, because these are awesome beyond belief, and, well, I'm going to do it now, so, do you know what I mean? Flying Dutchman is here. Good to see you, dude. The poor little guy. So, now we have Anna Crussis, Andy Shaw, Austin Butenbach, Bell Bro, Captain Sickbag, Causeway 04, Sir Neil, Fly Darren, Ford Entertainment Group, Gareth Byrne, Goblin to Biz, Hal Jor, Larson 202, Mac Shiggity Pilot, Muse Fan, Nathaniel Davin. Careful now, Murph. Careful now. We need to do a little bit of this to gain a little bit of altitude before, you know, we hit the ground. And that should do us for a minute. Where did we get to? Max Shiggity Pilot, Muse Fan, Nathaniel Davin, Larson 202, Nick Stratford, Peter, Fast Pete 84, Peter Paskoff, Ricky Kelleher, Samson Video, Tim Middleton, WB 1990, and Willie Canuck. Thank you so very much, my dudes, for all your support. And this list, I download that, so if you haven't resubbed until kind of tonight, it might forget you, but it will be on the next one. So don't worry, my dudes, it'll be there. You mean Chopper's full of two-tone crisps? Could you imagine? Hang on. Oh, did you hear that? Or Singleton's in the house. Good to see you, dude. Who be this? Canadian Captain Moustache is now following. That's an amazing name. So see the way we have like that Finanza hovering about? Chances are he has a livery that I don't. So do you know what I mean? So if you can fly with us, guys, but don't use any custom liveries. Only use the default liveries that come with your aircraft. Please, it'll break. Not Jet Keen. We're nearly there. Next up, we have our co-pilots, and a big shout out to Bad Dog. He's a great dog, really great dog. Brian Spain, Dougal McTavish, HCBR 1100, Jarden 1 Abel, John Ambler, John Morris, Ludus Regum, Mark Dyson, Mr. Z 123. We have Noel K, Patrick Cullen, Pilot Peely, Sean Leo, Tony Robinson. We need to do a thing. Where's my mouse? There we go. Post haste, Murph. You have to do a thing. For there is no autopilot. I think there's thunderflies in the area. Now, you do your thing there for a minute, Chopper. So Patrick Cullen, Pilot Pilly, Sean Leo, Tony Robinson. We have then Airwolf 643, Alaska 559, Andrew Hill 87, Arctic Turn, Aristicus, Bozman, Big Tone 66, Brandon Lowe, Brown Doe, Bit Monster, Captain Butters, Catbat 9, Causeway 04, CDN Taz, Chemical Ole, Chilled Corky, Citizen 6, Cool Sax 98, Cyberman Drew, Celery Sticks, Draco Sensei, Dragon 40th, DC Viper, Espen 74, Eamon 1973, Fort Noob 15, GNLU, Goblin Zeus, Goodness Sig, Hawk Driver 101, Here's Johnny, Jacob Mossad, JMS 737, Joey Bolo, Johnny Aardvark, Jamemu, Copper Pete, Kozaki Flyer, London Controller, Mike 71G, MJ Daiso, Mr. Snowhill, Mr. Zed Rider, Naughty Gnome, Neon Jedi, Nighty Night Owl, P. Anderson, Piat 691, Philly Roach, Pyrotech, Purple Kona, Rad Pilot Randy, Red Dragon Comrie, Rob MCR, Roger RC 75, Roger Mo, Scorpio 49, CDL, Shuffle Shoes, Skydive Man, Snowy Master, Soaring AJ, Splasher 6. Who be this? Joey Bolo with the host, the legend. Splasher 6, Swamp Dragon, Test Pilot 72, The Flying Fabio, The Winged Llama, Whack-A-Mo, Waltons, Wolf to Fear, BMF Smurfy, K Branch, and Sir Fuzz. Dudes on top of dudes on top of dudes. Thank you so much. Cyclone is here. Good to see you, dude. Yeah, the Thunderflies are going to be under pressure. So don't worry, we'll double back to where we were supposed to go there in the first place. There's the hospital down there. I need to finish this list and then we're good, right? Are we all kind of hanging on in there? Captain Sickbag says, okay, so I crashed. At least it was in the hospital car park. See? The planage. The man was all to do with the planning. Next up, we have our pilots in command. Big shout out to Ailerons into Wind, Alison Johnson, Oz Flight Simmer, Captain Rudiger, Dale Jones, Dangerous Brian, Dazza T, Arab, Annalisa, Kaharia, Kebmo25, Kingsman 9965, Mad C 888, Marco Gorman, Mr. Chippy, Scotland, Comet Project, Seamus McNeil, Tom LeCrab, Train Williams, Warhamster, Wayne Prefontaine, IB Proofin 007, and Jepson 2001. My dudes, thank you so very, very much indeed. Now, we're nearly there. Who be this? Packington Man. How are you? Many thanks for the follow. And last but not least, we have these mad lads. They're a great bunch of crack altogether. We have our wing commanders, Andy Brown, Colonel Fork 85, Gibbo Ireland, Old Veteran 965, Wayne Butler, and Coley 205. Thank you all so very, very much indeed. Lads, the support is nuts. The generosity is incredible, and I thank you all so very much indeed. Thank you. New Spawns is here. He gifted a tier 1 sub to Canadian Captain Mustache. Many thanks, New Spawns. Very kind of you, my dude. And Canadian Captain Mustache, welcome aboard. Oh, right. Oh, there's Spitfires and everything. And Thunderflies. Okay, I need to start doing a thing. My chopper. Get to the chopper now. So we're going to head down the road here and we want to land. This is scenery that Epic Fool made for Waterford General Hospital. Walton says, air superiority. Absolutely. So having a look down here, we need to locate the hospital. We're in desperate need of it. It's over there, straight ahead of us. Let's go that direction. Nothing to see here. It's all under control. Now you'll notice that this aircraft, it wants to go to the right because it suffers badly, it being a piston engine trying to turn to the right. And if you get your mixture, your manifold pressure or your RPMs wrong, it's impossible to turn left. What? And a number of accidents were caused because of that. SFS says, having no door is making you nervous. There we go. There we go. It's all super safe again. We're no longer in the flying death trap. We're now just in the flying thing that could kill us quickly. So we're going to ramble up this way now, right? That's interesting scenery beneath us. What kind of trims does the Bell have? Zero, nada, nothing. You trim by the amount of pressure you put on the stick. It's a flying bubble. Super Typhon, good to see you. But you're really monitoring the RPM and your manifold pressure. Again, if you have it on easy mode, it's just so fun to fly around, and it's very forgiving, this thing. As in, like, it's super forgiving. But as soon as you kind of let away the controls, the chopper wants to do its own thing. So, like, a set of rudder pedals is highly recommended for this thing. But we'll see. So I can see the little heli spot over there. And, well, we're going to try and get down there, right? And chopper flying in Microsoft Flight Sim is amazing. It's amazing. It's like, we thought the Aerolite was good to kind of jump around in. This thing is nuts. Hey, Metal Moss, subbed with the Prime subscription. Hang on, this is dangerous. Cheers, my dude. I'm going to have a headache in the morning. Many thanks, my dude. The LZ is not clear. What's going to happen here, lads? Jeez, we're coming in at a rate of knots. Go handy now, Murph. Go handy. There's people watching you. They're expecting you to do something either really cool or awful stupid. Oh, right. Ease up now. Ease up, Betsy. So there's the LZ. There we go. Thank you. Make a bit of... Oh, there's another fella queuing to get in. Look. This is like waiting to go to the jacks at a match. Go on ahead. Go on. I'll wait. And you'll be standing there bursting. Go on ahead. Go on. You're grand. I'll wait. Metal Boss says, looking forward to this. I'm terrified. So we're just going to try and... This is typical, right? The Bell 47G, it's not a natural hoverer, right? It didn't like hovering. A piston engine, they don't like to hover. It was actually incredibly difficult to do it because having a piston engine. Now, we'll chat about the chopper in a while. Don't land on me car, says Ailerons. Hey, Dougal McTavish is in the house. Matter missing the queue. Look, your man got in ahead of me. Where are your manners? Oh, do you know what I mean? Fabio says you can't lose altitude too quickly, otherwise you create some sort of a vortex and you lose a ton of altitude in the chopper. That is correct. And they've actually modelled that in this aircraft. I forget the actual name, I'll look it up now in a moment. But essentially, if you descend too quickly, it creates a vortex of altitude, or of air, and the aircraft loses lift and it'll absolutely bomb it towards the ground. And it actually does it very, very well in this aircraft. Much the same if you overspeed it or over torque it, because it has the piston engine, the entire airframe will start to roll right. And it'll away, like it's gone. Good luck in the cup, game over, ball burst, come back next week. I'm doing a stellar job hovering, lads. You're really testing me. Get off the LZ, will you? Oh. We're doing all right here. It's called prop wash. No, there's another name for it, I think. Now, I could be wrong. Here's Johnny says, we need Jepson to make an airport with 50 helipads. Well, that's an interesting thing. The very first world update, which of course was Japan, that included a lot of helipads for airports. There's a ton of airports in the sim that have helipads. So it'll be interesting now bopping around in these things. The vortex ring state. That sounds a lot like it, CDN. Air nut cap. So what's the fix action for that? Slowly input throttle so it doesn't overturn. No, at that stage you're gone. You will not recover. You will not recover. So we're very slowly just descending here to try and aim on the big H. And that H for us is not helipad. It'll be hallelujah, because we'll make it down. So at least that's what I'm trying to do. So it's easier. It looks easier than it is. I can absolutely guarantee you that. Now, it depends on the flight model you want to fly with. If it's on easy, it's going to be really, a reasonable walk in the park. If it's on medium, that'll test you. If it's on realistic, it's difficult. I'm telling you, it's going to be difficult. But it's all about figuring it out and seeing what you can do. Easy now. Stutters don't help, Murph. Stutters don't help. The last time I flew choppers was an X-plane, and I tried to land on an oil rig. I died 3 times. Oh, your man died over there. Quick, lads, chopper down. He's in. Great landing, by the way. You're already in the hospital, so you know what I mean. Medic, and they all appear. Right, easy does it, Murph. Venture in there now. Let's get it on the H. Oh, not too much. Not too much. The concentration levels are real. And as I said, Epic Fool did all this wonderful scenery. We're down. But we're not really on the H. That's another thing. As soon as you make contact, the sim thinks, oh, you've landed. They're working on that as well. They said that'll be fixed. Oh. Now that's better. And ease and power back. Right? Do you know what I mean? So here we are. Down in Waterford. God, I'm sweating. Jesus. But we got it down, look. Tom the Crab says, helicopters were never meant to fly. A bit like bumblebees. Absolutely. So there's a queue of lads trying to get in now, and now I'm hogging up the cubicle. I mean the landing spot, the LZ. It's mine, all mine. But doesn't it look fancy? And again, the sounds even as she purrs. Listen. Kendra is away. You take care, Kendra. Many thanks for stopping by tonight. Isn't it absolutely class, lads? Look at the queue of choppers. They even landed on cars. They just didn't care. We're landing and that's the end of it. Doesn't it sound amazing? That sounds like a P40. Anyway. So what we're going to do now, well, we have to fly it back to Waterford Airport. So, shall we do that? So we're going to bring our mixture back in. Slowly. RPM coming up. And slowly start adding in a little bit of power. Counteract any sort of torque, which is there. Easy, easy. Ascari Wolf says the UH-1 will sound... Oh, man. Can you imagine when they get a Huey in this? Up, 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 up. It'll be amazing. Oh, gently. Gentle, Murph. Okay, we're clear of any obstacles. Slowly add in a bit of power and we can start climbing here. Them sounds I think are from other aircraft, so don't worry too much. Dip the nose down, make sure we're on the right heading, which we kind of are. And we're going to head back towards the airport. You can hear the sound of a UH-1 bell from 20 kilometers away. Oh, wow! Had a Chinook fly over York. Now, speaking of Chinooks, these guys are also working on a Chinook. And that's more information you heard from Murph. I thought that sound usually goes away. Oh, look, another chopper down. Super 6-4, there is smoke coming from your tail rotor. Black Hawk down, just watch it. Or have you watched it? There, that sound is gone. Magnificent. Magnificent. We got some nice scenery here. Is this pretty? Over Waterford. Right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go back into kind of half cheat mode, right? Because I'm going to press this button. That should keep it somewhat level. Disappear me. And now, friends, if you're flying along with us in the group flight, do now press the number 2 so we know who's flying with us. Hello, Fireflies. Welcome to the Flying Circus. They're like right to censor in the chopper, look. These lads, if you ever see a hot tub, these lads just appear and they get all serious like. Get to the chopper now! Many thanks for the follow, Thatch. $47 plus a Murph. We got 48. Nice. Lowpox says, I hope someone will model an Arnold Schwarzenegger hanging from the side of the chopper. Get to the chopper. We need to go now. Could you imagine now Arnie hanging out of this thing though? He'd pull it down. What a circus! We got choppers, thunderflies, the airport is behind us. How did that happen? Epic Fool says, Murph, have you not updated the H-135? I updated it this morning, my dude. Version 0.9. So we head back on our merry way. Epic Fool, by the way, guys, he's in the chat. Do give the guy some epic emotes, even a hot tub emote. His fantastic helipads for Ireland. Amazing work, my dude. Hans Gruber Jr. has subscribed for 3 months in a row. Thank you so very, very, very much, my dude. Hang on, multitasking like you wouldn't believe. Cheers! Yep, we'll have a headache tomorrow. And there's thunderflies, look at them go! They're so hot right now. Look at the state of it, look at it! It's so hot right now. The camera skills by Murphy, huh? Don't mind the flying, I'm doing a great job. Oh no, they're disappearing. Ooh. But just look at the state of this. I've got chills. Literally, I've got chills. This is all live, my dude. Martha Seconds in the house. Good to see you. Papa Joe B is here. The Thunderflies aerobatic display team. Some say they sleep in their uniforms. Ooh. Do you know what I mean? If you planned for that to happen, it wouldn't happen. Looks like the LZ in Nam. Waterford. Yeah, accurate description. Look at the shadows even. Look, aren't they beautiful? And they do cop, right? So see the way on the window? See the window? See the shadows, right? If we get rid of the windows. Right? It's amazing. So the first payware chopper, and you can kind of see why. Do you know what I mean? Whoa, the devil. Right, so we're going to try and land this Mahaki. Now we should have a better chance down here because there's less obstacles. But we'll land it somewhere kind of tight. The boss isn't happy when you do that, Murph. What did I do? Oh, the windows. Oh, very good. Whoops. This is so much fun, says here. Yeah, choppers are great. And in VR as well. Oh, dude. So this is the Bell 47G, currently in development by Fly Inside. They're hoping to release it this coming Friday, all going to plan. They have a bit of work left to do, but by and large, there's only kind of very small things left now. Yeah, some of the 3D modelling in relation to like the pilot and stuff. But overall, it's pretty good. How's the weight on takeoff? Videos seem to make it look too light. No, it depends on the flight model. This is light. It's a very light chopper. But it's relatively slow to react to anything because it's piston fed, it's piston driven. So we're going to watch our speed here, and well, our plan is come in over the trees and then park it. Or at least that's the plan. It could go all terribly wrong now, lads. It's all about patience as well. And like, for me, an aircraft that's... oh, mind the trees, Murph. This isn't going to end well. For me, any aircraft that's extremely difficult to fly, I love them. Because I'll spend my time trying to figure it out. And for me, when it comes to flight, that's the simulation part. I like to kind of figure them out. And even if they have flight model issues or they're not accurate, I still like trying them out and getting the better of them. Because, you know, you have to apply your own bit of skill, I suppose, to learn how to fly them within the world of a simulator. And I love that. So yeah, you know, they all have their own little kind of, you know what I mean, things. But for me, I don't crash. Do you see that stutter? For me, a lot of the fun is figuring it out. And with a chopper, it's all about taking your time. Epic says, why are you in the co-pilot seat? Because I'm dangerous. Because I'm dangerous. I like this seat. And I'm used to this left seat. Oh no, Keen Nafford. Oh God. Yeah, definitely a headache tomorrow. So it's all about patience. You have to really take your time in this. And like, I've watched sim pilots. You see them on Twitch and YouTube. And you know, they're into the big kind of search and rescue. And they bomb around the place and they do high angle turns and stuff. And how they do it, like, it's amazing to watch them because they have it down to a fine art. The secret to chopper flying, at least for me in a sim, take your time. Like, take a lot of time. And we're down. Oh, that was fun. So, mixer out, let the engine die down, fuel out, bring our prop down. Throttle has gone down now as well. Alright. Welcome back to Waterford. Mr. Chippy says, unusually the left seat is the main seat in this heli, I believe. Scott told me that. So Scott Voigt, old veteran, he flew one of these. It was his first chopper he learned to fly in. Isn't that nuts? So he was telling us about it the other night. I was on Discord the other night flying this thing, and I have to say it was a lot of fun. So we'll zoom in here. Look at the precision parking. Do you know what I mean? We stopped literally inches in front of this fella. Isn't it pretty cool? So what can we tell you about the aircraft other than what I've already kind of waffled on about, right? I'm after closing that. Hang on, I need to open a page. Yes, it's called the news, and it's called this. Open that. Yes. Right. So, what can we tell you? Well, so, the Bell 47G by Fly Inside is due to release on the 30th of April. If you want to check out their website, it's flyinside-helis.com. Flyinside-helis.com if you want to check it out. www.flyinside-helis.com. Check out that link. Seamus McNeil, thank you for the link. So the Bell 47 is a single-rotor, single-engine light helicopter. The 47 became the first helicopter certified for civilian use on the 8th of March 1946. What? Is that right? More than 5,600 Bell 47s were produced. The most common model, the 47G, was introduced in 1953. It can be instantly recognised by the full soap bubble canopy, exposed welded tube tail boom, saddle fuel tanks, and skid landing gear. The Bell 47 entered US military service in late 46, and on the 13th of May 1949, a Bell 47 set an altitude record, get this, of 18,550 feet. On the 21st of September 1950, it was the first helicopter to fly over the Alps. On the 17th of September 1952, Bell pilot Elton J. Smith set the world distance record for a piston helicopter of 1,217 miles, flying non-stop from Hearst, Texas to Buffalo in New York. Incredibly, that record still stands today. And we all know this aircraft. It's the one that was used on the TV show Ash. This is the one. Isn't that amazing? Like, what an incredible add-on to have, or maybe to have. If you're interested in, it has it all. It has the vintage, it has the chopper of being kind of something cool, and you know what I mean? It has a custom flight model. And you can see from it, it does look super nice. I mean, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And as I said, like, the detail here, lads. And it's so interesting. The design it's just so weird looking, isn't it? It's just weird and wonderful. Imagine being the test pilot for this thing. Hang on, you want me to get into that? Do you know what I mean? Absolutely fantastic. I have no idea of what the price is going to be, so I can't tell you. But all I know is it's going to be, fingers crossed, it's going to be released this coming Friday. Oh yeah, look at this, look. We talk about detail, right? See the beacon? It's actually a rotating beacon. What? Do you know what I mean? It's the little things. It's the little things. Usually that's just like a little light that blinks. Very fancy indeed. I'm impressed with the flight model. I am not a helicopter pilot. I've been in plenty of choppers, but I'm not a helicopter pilot. So for me, the easy mode is it's fun because it'll get you into the chopper and you'll learn how to handle it. It kind of restricts what you're doing. It looks after the engines, it looks after everything. And it restricts what you do. If you put it onto medium, it opens up some of it so you can crash it, and you can mess around with some of the engine settings. And then on realistic mode, you can still keep the governor on, so you're not too concerned about the engine, but definitely the flight model. I mean, once you start adding some power in, you've got to be very aware of your pedals, yeah, because it's going to want to instantly go to the right. So you have to kind of bring it to the left. But then when you bring it to the left, you have to be careful then because it wants to dip forward. Naturally, it wants to dip forward. Unlike an airplane, if you throttle, if you add power, the nose wants to come up. In a chopper, you put power in, the nose wants to go down and it's not going to correct itself. So it's all about balance and knowing where the balance is. Very interesting. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Let me see. I saw a message here. I think Estevez asked, do I fly anything? I don't. Do you fly anything, Murph? No. I started on the road of a PPL a couple of years ago, and I have 5 hours done in a Cessna 172, and then the Rona. So I haven't got back into it yet. I've always messed around with flight sims. I've been in aircraft. A buddy of mine has a plane, and I've always messed around with them. My background, I grew up on an airbase in Ireland. I grew up in Baldonnel, so I've always been very close to aviation, like always. I'm mesmerised by it. So my plan is, all going well, see how the next couple of months or years go. I'd love to get a PPL. No real interest on the commercial side. It's pure hobby for me. It's the wonderment and freedom, I suppose, you have of flight. That's what I love. And who knows? I'd love a job like Steve-O. Steve-O One Knievo. Maybe I just want the hoverboard. I said that right. I nearly said hooverboard. Hoverboard? But Gibbo's not allowed to have them. But yes. So what do you think of it, lads? Is it nice? Is it fancy? Do you know what I mean? I think it's very nice. The Bob hoverboard? Now, let me see. Gibbo says you can have mine. Right, so what we're going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop out of this aircraft and jump into another. We're going to check out the freeware chopper. So we'll go to over here. Fancy screen and all. And what I'm going to do now is, we all know that Dougal McTavish back in the world of YouTube was very kind to donate for, your name here. But what I'm going to do this week, I have something different. And hang on, you know what I mean? A bit of music there. And a bit of this, look. What is this? What is this? This is for our good friend Jay Winokur. And basically, right? What do we do? Oh yeah, sponsor. See if this works. Sponsor. It works. There's a link gone in there by Sir Murph Bot. Basically, dog company, they do reenactments of the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment. Captain Sickbag with the cheer. Many thanks, my dude. So it's just to give a bit of love for anything that our community people are doing. So do click on the link. You can buy some cool looking t-shirts. They have awesome graphics. Be sure to check it out. They do all reenactments, as I said, for the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment of the United States. And, Dog Company. Do you know what I mean? We all know Easy Company, but we didn't know much about Dog Company. So it's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now, sports fans, I'm going to jump over as we... Oh, the amount of people here. Oh dear. I'm going to jump into this other aircraft. It's another chopper. Says you, Murph, really? Another chopper? Now, if you don't want to fly choppers tonight, guys, that's quite okay too. Maybe you'd like to try the new Ultralight from Microsoft Flight Sim, or maybe even the Aerolite, or, you know, pretty much fly whatever you like. The only thing I'd ask, no airliners, and please don't use any custom liveries. It's causing a bit of an issue with the sim. You know, I was chatting to Jay. They are working on it. They're so close to having it sorted. So soon, my dudes, soon. So let me see. Go with that. Yes. I'm doing things here in the background. Don't mind me now at all. Who put this fella in charge? So we're going to be taking off here from Waterford, and we're going to head over to Kerry International Airport, Echo India Kilo Yankee, right? And along the way, we're going to make a stop off at another hospital, one that Epic Fool has put in, and it's Mallow General Hospital in County Cork. And speaking of Epic Fool stuff, right? Wait and hear this. I'll put in a link here as well. Is it scenery? No, that's not it. Hang on. I know I've put it in here somewhere. Oh, helipads. It's called helipads. Helipads. There's a link to what Epic Fool has created here in the simulator. So it's a link to its freeware, and I'll tell you a little bit about it now. It adds an absolute ton of helipads to the island of Ireland, including the University Hospital in Limerick, Galway, Kerry and Mayo, Sligo, Bantry, Letterkenny, which is Donegal, Mallow, Waterford, Tala in Dublin, the Mater in Dublin, Black Rock Island, which is over in the west of Ireland, Black Sod Lighthouse, over in the west of Ireland, Eagle Island Lighthouse, Rossaveel Harbour, Castletown Bear, Bull Rock and Costume Barracks in Athlone. And there's all different helipads added to all of these sceneries. He's done amazing work. And he just threw it in for the crack. He wanted some helipads and he said, there's no helipads, I'm going to make some. And he made some. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. So next up we have this. What? Another chopper? Get to the chopper now! There's another chopper. And Northern Ireland and Scotland, says Epic. Do you know what I mean? Seemingly he was off for a Sunday afternoon and he said, I'm going to build all these now. Because that's what he does. Get to the chopper. We need to go now. So here we are in the, wait for it, the Airbus Hc-135. The aircraft was originally operated and owned by, not operated, it was owned by Eurocopter, a French company. And Eurocopter, I think later or earlier in their life, were, I think they were Aerospatiale, I think. Need to do some learning on that one. Now, the only thing is we have some stutters here. So we'll give it a few minutes. If there's someone in a custom livery, do please get out of the custom livery and just use the default ones, my dude. But we'll give it a minute or two. So this aircraft, the Airbus Hc-135, it's freeware. It's a collaboration between Hype Performance Group and the developer David Amenta. It's a twin-engine civil light utility helicopter produced by Airbus Helicopters, formerly known as Eurocopter. The first flight of this aircraft was on the 15th of February 1994. It entered service in 1996, and so far 1,400 aircraft have been delivered. It's mainly used for helicopter emergency medical services, corporate transport, law enforcement, offshore wind support, and military flight training. The H-135M is certified under the name Eurocopter EC-635, which is a military variant. The Irish Air Corps use these aircraft, which is pretty cool. I think they have two of them. Katie UK says, what server? We are in or on the North Europe server. And, well, you can see there's stutters about. So I'm just waiting for whoever's in a something with a custom livery. If they wouldn't mind, well, just jump out of the custom livery. And it should be... Oh, look, Gibbo. And it'll all be grand again. Thanks, Gibbo. Yeah, very kind of you. Oh, God. Tasty beverage. It's a Wednesday night. I'm going to be in a hoop. Now, let's see. Take the doors off. Be brave. You can take the doors off in this thing. So I don't know, is anyone else getting stutters? We can jump over to join FS. So we won't worry too much. The difference with this chopper and the other one, I haven't mastered the hard flight model in this, because it's a little bit different. And again, if you were to say, you know, is the fly inside chopper accurate from the flight model? It's accurate to that specific aircraft. Again, it's a piston-driven aircraft. These are different. These are nuts. These are turbines. These are fast and have savage performance. So yeah, we'll jump off the Microsoft server for a couple of minutes to see if this helps. And as I said, we have Join FS here in the background as well, just to see if it helps. So if we get into data here, we'll lose all our many choppers, but we'll get them back in a while. It'll be grand. It'll be totally fine. Into data here, Murph. Whenever you're ready there now. Thank you. Let me see. Data. The stutterage is gone, says well, bro. Okay. We'll give it a few minutes to see what happens. I did this the other night and it was sound like after 10 minutes. And I know Microsoft are so busy at work trying to fix it. It's very calm. Do you know what I mean? So there we are, back up to 60 frames and everything. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump inside this thing and, well, let's have a look at it. As I said, it's version 0.9. And if you want to pick up this chopper, it's free. This is free. You can't get better value than free. So if you click on the link that Sir Murph Bot will put in. Any moment now, Sir Murph Bot. Any minute now. Is that the right link, Murph? Do. I thought I put it in. Game root server. Yeah, have all them. Next page. Chopper, not chopper. Ah, Murph. Isn't that very sad indeed? Ah, thank you, Seamus McNeil. And then Sir Murphbot said, oh, I see what you did there. So, you can pick this up for free. And as I said, it is version 0.9. And it's freeware. And okay, yes, there are some maybe textures you're thinking, hang on, isn't that like the floor from Lego? But they're working on it, lads. They're working on it. And the screens are there. There's a bit of an FPS hit. Not heavily optimized. They have worked on the new overhead panel, though. That's rather cool. And they've also modelled, wait for it, the Annalisa seat. Complete with no crumbs. So this is where Annalisa can sit. See what I mean? We've thought of everything. This is where Annalisa... Look, do you know what I mean? She'd be sitting in the back there all... Do you know? It needs more crisps. We have an Annalisa emote. Just need to find it. Gibbo made one. There it is. See? Mr. Two-Tone, look. The emotes are real. So what we're going to do, well, we need to put some power into this and I'll talk you through some of its features. So the battery switch up here on the top left. There we go. And we put that little Laddybrook forward as well. That's like, you know, on some of the choppers you have like the fuel or the rotor or whatever it is, like the rotor brake. That's what that is. Oh, that was loud. So we can see things down here. Click, yeah. And we have a new kind of a fancy tablet computer thingy majiggy. So we can say, right, the flight mode. Do we want basic, advanced, or Xbox? That's important if you just want to learn how to fly this thing with your Xbox controller. I'm going to keep it on basic because the advanced, I'm not very good at it. So we'll keep it on basic. And we can have a look to see what we can do. And they've added a lot more functionality. So the doors, we can open the doors and we jump outside. Look at this. And if you look at the style of this aircraft, do you remember, like, there's a really old iconic aircraft, a helicopter, it was called the BO-105. This is kind of getting its inspiration from the BO-105 because in terms of Medivac or medical supplies, it had the doors that opened at the back. And you often see these, unfortunately, you would see these, particularly in the US and in the UK, they're usually kind of air ambulance aircraft. You know, in particular, if there was like road traffic collisions, these are the guys that move. There's one of these for the Air Corps based in Athlone. It's like a Medivac essentially, and it's A to civil power, and it does all that kind of jazz. Mr. Chippy said, is that not a custom livery? No, this one comes with the chopper. So it comes with, I think, 5 different liveries. I just happen to like this one because it looks cool. So as you can see, the exterior model is beautiful, and it is accurate. It's very, very nice. In fact, if we zoom in here, right, just to do kind of a comparison. So if we have a look at, say, here, right, and we look at the main rotor blade, I think they're weights. I think they're designed for like weight on the rotor. And, well, it doesn't have the fanciness that we can put in with the throttle and they move and whatever else. But bear in mind, this is free. So we're not going to complain too much, are we? No, we're not. But you can see the reflections are beautiful. The texture work is not bad at all. And the model work is actually, well, I like it. I think it's fantastic. Murph, the crisp cart is beside you. Yes, that's the crisps. We'll take 20 packets, please. Actually, how many is here? Holy moly. We'll take 191, please. That's a busy night. But yeah, isn't it cool looking? And again, it's free. So if you're saying, I don't know, it looks very... I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy it. It's fun. It is fun. And it does give you the feeling of flying the chopper. So Fish Langs is here. How are you? He says, how do you get this? Click on the link, my dude. Put in ! Chopper. Get to the chopper now. That's where you get it. And if you look in here, inside the tail boom, right? I thought this is a glitch. It's not. There's double tail rotors. What's better than one set? 2 sets. Or maybe they're fitted. Hey, Coffee House! The man who does Hank Hill like no one else. Many thanks for the raid, my dude. Welcome everybody from Coffee House. I hope you're enjoying that new aircraft tonight. We had well, I mentioned it in the news. And it's great to see you flying it. But cheers, my dude. Welcome aboard, everybody. We're here flying choppers. Get to the chopper. We're doing that tonight. And, well, you've just missed it. We were flying in the due to be released Fly Inside Bell 47G. And if you want to check it out, hey, C-172 Skycock, many thanks for the follow. If you want to check out that, well, you can look at the video afterwards. Or if you click on About, you'll find the video and just scroll back. It's a really nice aircraft. It's going to be the first payware helicopter for the sim. So what we're doing now, we're looking at a freeware chopper. This is the famous Hc-135. The last time I spoke about this was only a couple of weeks ago in the news, and I said it had 74,000 downloads. It's now at 130,000 downloads. What? Right? So it's popular. It's very, very popular. So yeah. Hey, who be this? Barsky, many thanks. My dude. Someone hit me with a sip. Look, who was that? Ascari. Oh, tasty beverage. Many thanks, man. But yeah, hang on. He lines up the shot. Ow! He landed it. Oh, are you to remind me about the bin cam? As we open up another can of mixture here to add. But yeah, so we're checking out the model on this thing, which is free. And then we're going to take it for a flight. So we're here in Ireland, in County Waterford, Echo India Whiskey Foxtrot. The scenery is decent, and it's also free because it's standard. The sim provides the scenery. So we're just checking out the differences between a freeware and a payware. And to be honest, this freeware, well, it's coming packing a lot of stuff. There's a lot of cool stuff with this. So we're going to take this for a flight. We've multiplayer turned off for the moment because the stutters were like, really? But we'll get it back working out in a moment. So what we're going to do, if I go to this view, oh yeah, hang on, wait for it. This is the drone cam. Drones don't belong inside. Do you know what I mean? So we'll leave him there, and now we'll go back in. So we have these buttons here. We'll close the doors. And we'll go back. We can also go into config. So if we go into config, we can say the windscreen, we want the reflections on or off. That's handy. We can get rid of the doors. The doors are gone. Look. Holy moly. Could you imagine? That'd be a real case of, like, you know, movie crew kind of stuff. Could you imagine? Coffee house with the cheer. Oh, dude. Thank you so very, very much, my man. Oh, the dang chopper. I need to work on me, Hank Hill. You do it so much better. Hey, Warhamster is in the house. Hang on, Hammy's here. Good to see you, my dude. He says, sup, me arm is killing me. I got the jab earlier. Oh, dude. Well, hope you're... Take a few days off, man. You need to chillax and relax and... Do you know what I mean? But good to see you, Hammy. So, now, let me see. We'll put the doors back on because... Do you know what I mean? It didn't like that. Now, we will take out the middle seats. And you might say, the middle seats? Yeah, it's like Middle Earth. But this is more kind of configuration now for kind of an air ambulance. Because you have room to work. Do you know what I mean? So we have a bit of room to work. So that's cool. Now, what else, Murph? What else? Ready for... No, we leave all that. Middle seats are out. Windscreen leave on. The flight model, as I said, keep it on basic. Because I haven't figured out the advanced mode yet. It just goes nuts. Lights, right? So we have different lights. Which is kind of cool. So, but this leave the searchlight off. You can actually... There's a control that you can use to move the searchlight around. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm Sinan is here. Good to see you. So, now, let me see. Well, to start this machine, right? Back up here, Murph. So, we're going to put on our primers. All of them. Avionics should be on. Which they are. Position lights. Yes, you come on. What was you? Anti-collision lights. Instrument lights come on. Cabin lights come on. Emergency exits. Don't worry about the pedos just yet. Engine fire test. Lamp test. All as well. It's kind of basic, but they're working on it. And again, this isn't even version 1. This is version 0.9. So they're working on it, yeah? Which is awesome. Because, things only get better. Do you remember that song? Who sang that? Things can only get better. Anyway, time to do this. So you don't press the button. You need to roll it. You have to get the roll it. So we'll roll it forward. So by doing this, we need to make sure our controls are set up. Do they work? Yes, they work. Look at the detail on the control stick. That's pretty. That's beautiful texture work right there, isn't it? Look. Ooh, and ah. Now the only thing is, right? It jitters a little bit. You'll see it now in a minute. It kind of does the... It's like an excited puppy. It jitters. But we'll figure it out. So we'll go down to this fella here. And we're going to roll this upwards. You ready? There we go. Consider itself rolled forward. And now we're going to keep an eye. So we see our N2 horizon. It says rotor fail because the... It's rotor fail. It says engine fail because the rotor RPM. That's going to start up fairly quick. Now again, I am not in any way a competent pilot when it comes to this aircraft. It's just fun. But the sounds are good. Brian Cox. Oh, was that who sang it? Ah. So there's power building. If you jump outside... You know what I mean? Doesn't it sound... Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it does though, doesn't it? Mechanical says, Murph, are you having the same issue as a guy in your Discord when the camera bouncing? There's a setting in the game you need to turn off. Okay, right, we'll have a look now in a bit. So let's see. Primer, pumps are on, they're all okay. Turn on our pitot heats to go. They come on. Landing lights come on here now as well. If we zoom on here, position lights, grand. They're all okay. I'm finished with this, so I can just click on the little button. Prime pump on. We're finished with them. There we go. And that's kind of us ready to go. We hope. So, if we're all ready to go, it's time to go flying. Johnny Advrac says, Evening Murph, not flying, by the way, I'm working. Oh. Annalisa says, it sounds like more. Excuse me. Dangerous Brian says, Howard Jones also sung Things Can Only Get Better. Ooh. That's a tune, right? Goblin Zoo says, it's not very stable in flight. I got a CTD touching a button. Oh. Again, when you use kind of custom stuff, you always run the risk of breakage. But let's hope everything does what it's supposed to do. So I'm going to apply the same logic to this as what we did in the Bell 47. Very nice, gentle inputs, and let's see what this thing can do. So if you're ready, well then I'm kind of ready. And I mean, do you know what I mean? Doesn't it look rather fancy? Okay. Let us start. Slowly bringing some power in. Okay, Epic, we'll have a look there in a bit. It's taking a lot of... There we go. It's doing a thing. Oopsie daisy. Okay, so add some power in. Nearly took the poor old head off your man back there. Oh, mind the trees, Murph. Yeah, this handles an awful lot different. As in, it's more fluid, but there's also so much more power here at my disposal. So we'll watch our torque settings. We'll meander around the outside of the airport here. There's Teresa. Good girl, Teresa. Yeah, you're minding us there now. You don't worry about it. I'll fly the chopper. You just enjoy the scenery. Yeah, so it's doing the hoppy thing. So, mechanical, if you know what it is, disable camera shake if you have any issues or anyone else. Well, let's try that now. General, camera shake. Where's camera shake? Off. Fly and save. Hey, mechanical. The man is a genius. I know, right? Don't act like you're not impressed. The man's a genius. Thank you, mechanical. So, we're just kind of hovering around the airport here. Frames are good. It's relatively stable. I mean, this thing is easy to hover. Again, I'm on the basic flight mode, so I wouldn't expect kind of, you know, much. Keen Lafford with the sip. Ah. Oh. Irish Fire says no multiplayer. No, we will, dude, we will. I was having some issues with some custom liveries, so give me a few minutes, I'll turn it back on. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty fluid. Again, very gentle controls. I mean, you can throw it around if you want to. Sydney says, Murph, can you pick me up some fuel? I'm stuck here on the runway with empty tanks. Oh, dude. So we're going to head out over this direction, out towards Rosslare. Coffee House says, I tried to fly the heli on my yoke. Didn't go well. Need a stock. I remember, that was the reason I switched to a joystick. I was like, I want to fly choppers again. Now, the good news is you can use these on the Xbox controller. Even this, even the freeware one, because it has an Xbox controller profile. And it's very easy. It's very forgiving. And I think the Bell 47 is going to do the same. Which is win-win, because you can just go for a nice, relaxing flight in a chopper. You're not going to do kind of point-to-point, you know, high excitement flights. Well, you might, but you know what I mean? So what we'll do here now, as we're showing off the chopper, and then we'll jump back onto, as I said, a bit of multiplayer. But we'll show it off a little bit, will we? I mean, doesn't it look nice, lads, doesn't it? Hang on. There we go. So it kind of looks nice. So we'll do a thing, right? Now, let's see. Don't crash whatever you do, Murph. They'll never forgive you. We'll do this. With this. And then this. Many thanks for the follow, Ultra Aviation. Let's get some dance emotes in for Annalisa. A relaxing chopper flight with no doors. Annalisa falls out from the helicopter with a cart filled with crisps and chocolate, dancing all the way down. Yeah, this is definitely more forgiving. So I suppose in comparison to the flight physics or the flight handling, this is very different. Now granted it's on basic mode, but this flies a little bit like a plane more so than a chopper. But that's okay. Do some stunts, Murph. Okay. We better put on some stunt music. The tunage is real. And if you're worried about the lyrics, it's actually Puck, as in P-U-K. Puck the car. Yeah, baby, yeah. KDUK says, watch this as all the multiplayer peeps run out of fuel. Will we try multiplayer again? We will. We'll give it a shot now, lads, right? What's the worst that could happen? Yes, turn it on. Yes. Apply, save, back. Now, let's see what happens here, sports fans. So we want to head on our merry little way towards Mallow. Personal unlocking key the car. There you go, Mr. Hoppy. That's the one, see? So we'll see if we get any stutters. We do have... well, everything's turned back on. Oh, yeah, there's stutters kind of straight away. Yeah. There's stutters! According to Gibbo, 14 FPS is the worst that could happen. Okay, well, we have some peoples behind us. Look, there's lights. Hello, fireflies. So with a bit of luck, this will actually work. What do you reckon? No, I think we're okay. Famous last words, but I think we're okay. Oh, watch your speed here, Murph, will you? God almighty. Is Papa Joe in a custom livery? That'll do it. That'll break it. 100%. Annalisa says, whoever's in the custom livery, can you please get up the yard? Get up there with that. Big Fat Mike is here. He says, are you flying with autopilot? No. Negative, my dude. I'm flying in stutters, though, which are absolutely horrendous. Oh, look, the simulated horror. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, we got to jump out of that straight away. 10 FPS, come on. Oh, it's terrible. So I got a fright there. I'm going to jump over to... that was frightening. I'll jump over to Join FS. Oh, do you hear me hand? It bounced. Now, who's in the session? We have 18... I'm on the ground, Murph. We have 18 other aircraft on Join FS. So with a bit of luck, they'll appear short. Oh, there's someone up there, look. Oh, look at that. The rotors move on the multiplayer aircraft on Join FS, look. Ooh, and right. This is progress. Just needs some sort of celebration. We'll head back to the lads to see what we can see, will we? I thought I crashed. Let's go back here and check for crummage. Awesome, we have moving rotors. That's cool. Papa Joe, maybe try a reload. It could have been an issue when you load it in. It does that every now and again. So give it another shot, dude. Let's see what happens. Get to the chopper. Right, I'm going to pick a heading so we can all fly along with each other. Because this is like, you know, follow me. I mean, don't follow me. No, follow me. Irish Flyers away. You take care, my dude. Right. Let's see if this all starts working. So we're going to follow on this magenta line. Our speed is at 100 knots. We're on a heading of 270 and we're climbing up to about 2,000 feet. We're going to be stopping off at Mallow General Hospital. You know, to get more crisps. The medical crisps. I missed the sippage? Really? I'm trying to trim my chopper. You need to trim. Trim the chopper now. Hang on. What has 2 thumbs and a headache tomorrow morning? This guy. Look at the lights up there, look. That's like... do, 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 isn't it? Aha! Herbie Choppers. And he's he brought the crisps, look! It's a mid-air crisp refuel. Oh, that's cool, the rotors are working, look. Deadly. That's not so cool that you brought the ground baggage thingy. Oh, the simulated horror! Now, we seem to be going the right way. I'm not using ForeFlight tonight, because when I put a chopper into it, it was just like... the number you have dialed is no longer in service. I was like, what is this? I was like, oh, yeah, okay. I expected too much. Come over here. Yes, yes, closer. We've run out of twirls. Do you remember that? You say to the barman in Baldonnel, hey. I goes, young Murphy, what would you like? Can I get a twirl, please? And he used to do this. And that's all he'd do. I was like, no, I want a chocolate bar. What would you like? I want a twirl. And that's all he'd do. I'm totally dizzy now. That was a bad idea. Whew. Someone open a window. Oh. Anyway. Oh, really? I've got motion sickness. Were you in VR? No, I was spinning around in me chair. Because he's an idiot. This freeware chopper is cool. Or so cool, says Malut. It really is. It's so much fun and it's free. And, you know, it'll give you the introduction into flying a chopper. You mightn't have any interest in the world to fly a chopper. But I recommend it. Give it a shot. It is a bit of fun. It's like the airline pilots. Some of them just don't have interest in some of the GA stuff. And then there's other pilots who just want the GA stuff. They don't care about the airliner stuff. I'm telling you, you got to try them all out. It's just crack. Negative approach, impersonating a motor. This freeware chopper is free. Yeah, it's a Murphism. Oh, Thunderflies! They're on Join FS. Legend. Oh yeah, remind you about bin cam. Right, so bin cam, right? Funny story. I went about setting up the bin cam today. And, well, I was saying, right, well, I couldn't put it on the ground because I've no lighting. And who wants to look at the ground? So I said, I'll put it up high. So I said, right, well, I'll put it over here. Well, you can't see here where I'm pointing to, but over there. And I said, right, well, I'll put a camera over here. So when I can press the button, it'll look at the bin cam over there. And then the problem was... Look at this. Naughty Gnome! Rambles in, says hello, good night, and rambles out to bed. Naughty Gnome. I have to say, dude, the server is working amazingly good. It's so fast to connect. I think everyone is having a better chance or a better experience with Join FS, and it's all thanks to you. Thank you very much, Naughty Gnome. Naughty Gnome provides our fantastic server for Join FS, so cheers to you. Johnny Arverick says, bin cam, face cam, you can. Cam. Yeah. So I said, right, and you know, so when I went to turn on the camera, the lights here were blinding the view. I couldn't see it. I said, right, I know what to do. So I went about to turn off the lights. And by turning off the lights, what I did, because, well, I'm an idiot, I tripped over the USB cable that was plugged in from the ground into the back of the PC. And by doing so, I thought it was okay, because my initial reaction was just go to the back of the PC and plug it back in. But when I got back to the back of the PC, the USB was still there, but the wire wasn't. Off my webcam. So I have a webcam without the connection and then a USB without the webcam. So I removed the USB socket, so I have to rewire it. And I don't know how easy it is to rewire them because there's a ton of wires. But I'm sure I'll fix it. So note to self, don't put camera cables on the ground, Murph. It doesn't like them. Now, we have a map up here, look. So we'll make this a little bit easier to see. So you can see where our stop is. We've loads left to go yet, lads. We've loads to go. So we're going to Echo India Hotel 8. Here's Johnny says, this chopper would be worth it at 10 times the cost. I'd nearly say 20 times. A wireless cam? Probably. Naughty Gnome is literally going to bed. Let's see if we can keep him up. Hey, Naughty Gnome, remember that question I was gonna... I'm only joking. Good night, my dude. Thank you so much for all your help. King Naffer says, I think there might be a soldering class on the Discord in the near future. Only you could trip over the wire and have a USB still in the port but broken. Right? How did it... Like, that shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. But it happened. But it's grand. We'll figure it out in a while. Kaharia says there are plugs to mould such wires again. It's not that hard. You just have to look at the polarity. I was going to use like sellotape. Wrap it around it and... I reckon it'll work. I've hung pictures with bootlaces, lads, I'm telling you. MacGyver hasn't a patch on me. Even MacGyver goes, huh? You did what? We have a dog that eats USB extension leads, says Dougal. Oh dear. Right, so let's see, did the posse catch up? Well, they kind of did, look. So there'll be choppers. Yes, yes. We got choppers. We need flying now. True bin cams. Bit of sellotape. Yeah, no, right? Bit of sellotape. The route is Waterford to Kerry. Oh, wait till I tell you this. I don't know, Gibbo, should you tell them that story of what happened to you? We can keep it quiet now. We don't need to tell anyone if you don't want to. Like, it is tragic. Genuinely, it's tragic. But it's also just a little bit funny. It's like something I would do. Now, if you don't want to say nothing, it's totally cool. It's fine. Forever hold your peace. Speaking of which, we have a Discord. They're all saying use Discord. Would you like a link to our Discord? If you're new here, guys, I live stream on a Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And we start off at 1900 Zulu time. Monday nights are over on YouTube. And then Wednesday and Friday are right here on Twitch. And we've made partner on Twitch. That's what? I know, right? So we've loads of cool stuff. So yeah, so we also have a Discord, and that's where we hang out when we're not on the live stream. Okay, right, so Gibbo just said, go ahead. What happened to Gibbo the other day? There he was, as was his wont. You know, was it like a hoverboard or like a skateboard? Or like a hover... They haven't made them yet, but you know what I mean? Oh, Marty. But you know the hoverboards. Gibbo said he thought he was 18 again and decided to have a shot in this thing, have a go of it. He came off it and he broke his ankle. As in, like, absolutely broke his ankle, and there was medics called. And then when he told me, my initial response was... but then, in fairness, it was a little bit kind of, you know...
Oh, man. Don't hit me with them negative waves so early in the morning.
So let's all give the medic emote into the chat for poor El Gibbo. The poor devil. God love him. But on a serious note, dude, get well soon, my friend. I know your pain. I've done legs in before, so, you know. May you be better soon, my dude. Ailerons wants footage. That's so ailerons. But did it actually happen? I want footage. Hammy says, it's too long for here, but I have a story. Hammy, a bad head injury, a girl, masking tape, and kitchen roll. Oh, Hammy. Are you at home or are you working? Or we'll get you some other time. We'll get you to jump onto this. We'll get you to jump into this. I was going to. You're at home. Do you want to jump into Discord and let the lovely people hear your voice? You probably say no now. Watch. No pressure, like. He's flying. Ah, okay, right. Hang on. Just want to listen to. Will we listen to a story from Warhamster? How do we do this now? Annalise says, remember I broke my toes before Christmas. That's right, she broke her toes. Her toes. The shame. Drag him to a room. Yeah, it's Hammy time. Lock channel. No, I'll know how to do it. We'll have Hammy on any minute now. The man has his own theme song. Now, let's see. Now we'll do this, right? And we'll do this. And we need to do this, I think. Right? Radio check to hamster.
Do I still need to use my push to talk?
Yes, you need your push to talk.
Oh, Oh, crazy echo though.
Can you hear me, yeah?
I can indeed, Murph.
Hey, it's Hammy. Is it very loud? Hang on, I'll probably need to turn it down. You keep talking away there, Hammy, and I'll get the volume correct.
Fair enough. The one problem I'm having is I'm hearing myself 3 or 4 seconds later very loud.
Ah, that's probably with the stream. How's the volume now, guys? Is it better?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think we're good. So what's the story of Kitchen Roll and a sore head?
Oh, God. Here's an introduction then. Many, many, many moons ago.
Be mindful of your touch to speak. Really press it in.
Yeah, sorry, I'll lean forward there because it's on my joystick. Trying not to get red-faced in the stream. Essentially, a young lady called Aisling Burns who I've been chasing for 6 months. Out in the nightclub, finally I get a tap on the shoulder saying Aisling would like to snog you. More or less. And I'll get the coats. I went to get the coats. And on my way to rush outside, I stepped on a very low table that was there for the sole purpose of protecting people's heads from a low lintel.
You stood on a table?
And I split myself wide open. I mean, blood everywhere. I stood on a table in a rush to get outside.
That's like something I do.
And it gets worse, because then I went outside with the 2 coats. And get to the top of the stairs, there's the lovely young lady and 2 bouncers who go, "My God, what happened?" And I said, "Somebody threw a bottle." And they went downstairs and beat the crap out of somebody.
I don't believe it. And some poor idiot got a... That's your fault.
As I'm led to believe, I was then otherwise engaged, and I went home and fixed myself with half a roll of masking tape and a load of kitchen roll.
'Tis but a scratch.
I'm 39 now, and I still have the scar on the top of my head.
And did you ever, did you communicate with Aisling after this event, or was that the end of it?
No, we... teenage... sort of with boyfriend and girlfriend for a while, nothing serious, and then we split up. She dumped me and it ruined me.
And you have the scars to show. Dude, what made you think masking tape and a bit of kitchen roll?
I do.
You probably need a stitches.
I don't know. It seemed like... How was it going to go? I was like 4 a.m. in Buncrana in the summer after 6 or 7 cans on a nightclub.
That's typical. You open up a first aid box in Buncrana, masking tape and a bit of kitchen roll.
Yeah, and then I took the stuff from the kitchen but fixed myself in the garage.
To keep the place clean.
Indeed, yeah. And then 2 weeks later, I was on a school trip, and the work... How would I describe it? So we were in Baden-Baden, visiting Strasbourg with a school, and the shower's so powerful it opened up the cut again.
Oh dear.
And that's probably enough for Hammy, is it?
Well, good job, dude. Good job. Your the first time we have you chatting on the stream, and it's like, this is how Hammy hurt himself. Tune in next week, and I'm sure there's more funny stories.
No, we'll do a trip. You'll fly around Donegal. I'll do the co-pilot thing, and I'll tell stories mostly false about people who live below the trip. Yeah, flight plan.
Nice. Great stuff. Hammy, thank you so much for joining us, my dude. I'm sure you're still flying there somewhere, so we'll see you in a bit.
I'll see you in there.
Wasn't that cool? Like, I mean, wasn't it? I feel like Joe Duffy. Hello, caller, you're on the live line. Oh, we never gave him an outro. Tammy time. But yeah, the land that says "nee." Oh, you could, but I have you muted. He's here on the other line. The other line. He's still on Discord. He's like, Murph, I'm still here. I'm going to wreck your head now. I wonder, did he hear that? He probably didn't. Oh, he did. He did. Right, I disconnect. I need to disconnect him in fear of something awful will happen. Right. I'm kind of impressed with myself. I managed to do that without, breaking this. The mad line with Murph. Oh, God. Well, that was a first. I've been chatting to this with Gibbo for ages, saying we need to do it, and now it just happened. Gibbo, are you totally impressed, man? I demand a shrubbery. We are the knights who say "nee." 'Tis but a scratch. Is there trim on this chopper, or am I, just imagining it? Oh, we're going the wrong way, look. Now, we're doing well, lads. As we go over this beautiful Irish Annalisa next time. Yes. Annalisa, caller number 2. Talk to Murph. 1850 715 815. Hello, good afternoon. The live line is open. Nice one, Annalisa. Well, the good news is the rotors are now turning. Do you know what I mean? So I do hope you guys are all having a pleasant week. As I said, halfway to the weekend already. Captain Sickbag says, do you remember the savage eye take on Joe Duffy? Well, they got too well, and they shot too well into blowhole. Do you remember him? Yeah, sure. And how does that make you feel, caller? Epic says, Murph, did you turn on your EPU? I did not. Oh, hang on. Will that fix it for the other aircraft? Aha, see? We learn things. Look at the state of them lads, though. Do you know what I mean? Where did who go? Captain Sigbag. The tasty beverage. That's really awkward to do. They're so good. Aren't they amazing, guys? Aren't they really, though? They're absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm trying to control a lot of things whilst using the drone camera because it's very good, isn't it? Oh, look, they're coming back again. Look at the state of them. Look at this. And again, they're using Join FS, so it actually looks pretty cool. They can get an awful lot closer as well, which is awesome. So, yeah, I'm having a whale of a time here trying to control this thing. So we'll kind of calm it down a little bit now so we can see what we're doing. We're very close to Mallow, which is a good sign. And then it's only a very short hop over across to Kerry Airport. So all is well. Hope you guys are doing okay. More than okay. I hope you're doing awesome. It's a different kind of a stream tonight, isn't it? Like, as I said, well, chopper flying, it is a very different experience within the sim. It's a different style of flying. A different, like, considering the flight plan is so short. If we were in a fixed wing airplane, we'd do this in like 40 minutes, tops. Tonight, it's taken a bit, which is grand because, well, this chopper's fast, mind you, but, you know, the other one was not so fast. That's okay, Papa Joe. Don't worry about it, man. It's not actually your fault. It's the server is acting up. So don't worry about that at all. Have you Join FS working? Because you can jump over to Join FS. You can have any livery you want. You can have any plane you want on Join FS. Multiplayer is stable for Epic Fool. Interesting. But yeah, Papa, if you can get onto Join FS, jump in, dude. It's not bad. Like, we got some peoples here. I have two choppers right behind me. There's another one there off in the distance. Another guy way over to one side. And if we're using the flight events as well, we get to see each other on a radar. Pretty cool. It's stable for a few of the guys. That's good. Been fine for the last 25 minutes. That's okay. You can't control it. Like, there's nothing you can do or not do. It just happens. Like farting at mass. Just happens. Hang on. This needs to happen. This. Yeah. Why isn't this working? Hang on. No. Ooh, yeah. Alright. The tunage sounds groovy, baby. Yeah. It's almost like karaoke, man. But I wasn't looking for this one.
I was looking for this one, because this soundboard is important. And when I say it's important, well, friends, we could do different sound effects. I sounded like Muttley.
And we're back to normal. Do you like my new emote? Oh, there they go. Murph in a hot tub. Check it out. Now, we're getting close here. We're going to be making a stop into Mallow. We need to check ourselves into that special place. Maturity went out to the canopy. It absolutely did. But I find it's the most silly jokes, the most immature jokes are the funniest. The older you get, they get very funny. Do you know what I mean? Speech! Oh, did you see they started filming the new House of the Dragon? Game of Thrones, but it's a prequel. It's mad. Viper Strike says, Murph, I downloaded Join FS. Nice, dude. Nice. Negative approach. I like it. Dad jokes exist for a reason. Nice. Annalisa says, I did. Excited. Your man is in it. He was in The Crown. Thank you. He played Philippe in The Crown. It's brilliant. Kane Lafford says, laughing at farts, you've come a long way in a year. Gordon77 says, Targaryens? Yes, please. I'm a bit of a Targaryen myself. With me blonde hair. Just saying. I can feel the condescension coming through the camera. They're all like, shut up, Murph. They've started production of it. They have. Lockdown does stuff to you. I know, right? Easily amused, Murph. Being done down the road from me, says Tritz. Nice. Go down and tell them, you know, you want to be in it. Do you know what I mean? Freak them out. Dress up in like Lord of the Rings attire. Murpharian. Annalisa. That's amazing. Billowette says, fortunately, there's no door on the chopper. Get out, Murph. Grey hair. It's not grey hair. What are you talking about, grey hair? It's a glorious blonde mane of Murpharian. Right, we're looking for Mallow Hospital. And we're going to see if we can land this chopper. We haven't landed this one yet. We haven't landed. And then, as I said, it's a relatively short hop then over to Kerry. So this is just going to be a very quick, hello, good luck, goodbye, you will, and gone. Grey hair. Pff. You're looking for a field. Gotcha. Hey, Billowette just subscribed for 3 months on a tier 1 on Prime. Thank you very much indeed. Mind the ground, Murph. It hurts. Mr. Chippy, get some just for Murph. It'll be grand. It is grey, she says. Listen. It's a fine mane of glorious blonde hair. Is what it is. We're looking for a field, says Epic. We're close, lads. Everyone start looking out. Oh, hang on, there's something. Murpharian sounds better. Less like the man with the mustache from The Big Unpleasantness. Ah, Murphgarian. I like it, Colonel Fork. Murphgarian for the win. That's not the hospital, Murph. That's literally a field. Epic? Where is it? Where is this LZ? Does anyone see an LZ? Follow me, I'm in front. Follow me! Ah, is that you? Hang on. Right, lads, we need to keep an eye... There he is. Keep an eye on Epic Fool. What's the worst that could happen here, right? A Murph always pays his debts. And then he hits me with a sip. Waltons! For a moment there, I was just like, isn't he great? And then all of a sudden, Waltons! Waltons! Ah. A Murpharian always pays his debts. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. A Murpharian. Yes. I learned this, lads. Is this the last stop? No, this is only a quick stop. And then the Thunderflies come in to break up the crack. Go on, lads, give it a lash. Epic. Oh, I see it. LZ in sight. We got a hot LZ. Do you remember we were soldiers? I will be the first to step... Hang on.
I will be the first to put my boot on the ground. I'll be the last to step off. Dead or alive, we will all come home together.
And then it went into like, you know, Sergeant Major. Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major. How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is? Oh, we're making a complete utter hames of it and we're going to crash and die. Trying to land it here. Charles Dance. I'm a Varian. Always pays. No, I can't do it now. I've lost the moment. I'll work on it later on. Charles Dance. There's an accent for you. It's amazing. Mind the trees, Murph. Oh, this thing doesn't fly like the other one at all. Okay. Dare I say it, we've got this. Do a loop. Exponent. Really? I'll spill me drink. Oh, this isn't good. The horror. The horror. Oh, dear. Really need a track IR for this one. Oh, this is just not a nice experience. I have looped it. Yes, I have looped it. Kind of. Technically. Do a backflip before you land. Sit up in your chair. Right, that's where you're headed. They even left the LZ open for you, Murph. God, there's a crowd looking at me now. Here we go. We're not going. Hang on. Don't mind me. Wayne Prefontaine is in the house. Good to see you. We'll go to arcade mode, will we? Oh, careful. Oh. Pitch forward. Pitch forward. Pitch forward. This isn't much easier. In fact, this has made it worse. Easy does it. Easy does it. Easy does it, Murph. Gently gently does it now. Gently does it. Gently does it. And kerplunk. Aha! Alright. Murphy, keep an eye on a green dot on the compass. Aha! You see? You see? I didn't even look at it. A Mafgarian always pays his debts. That was better. See? Taz is saying, I'm seeing A320s in my sim. Oh. Annalisa. Good practice when you start flying your Mooney Ryan dragon. What was the dragon's name in Game of Thrones? I'll need to call that to me Mooney. I think Keen went to try and say Nadal, but the bot was just like, what is this? Viziron. No, what was it? Was it? Right, quick, bring in the crisps. Nigel. Who be this? Hey, Steve's Place. Many thanks, Steve's Place. Welcome aboard, my dude. This, do you know what this music? Do you know what this needs now? This needs a bit of Is it this one? Dragon McGinty. No, we need the one that sounds. Is it this one? Yeah. Dracarius. Caharia. One car too many, says Noel K. You take care, my dude. I'm looking for kind of We Were Soldiers music. Dracula the Dragon. Has a certain ring to it. Now, quick checking our fuel before we leave. Ah, sure, look, we're laughing. Right. We can do this whole thing now.
I will be the first. Put my feet on the ground.
And Andrew subscribes tier 1. Many thanks, dude. Welcome aboard. Ooh. Okay. Time to get moving. Are we ready? Mr. Hoppy says, will we try multiplayer again? Epic Fool says, disclaimer, this isn't my best work. At least it's still here. Keane Lafford, we need to take that button off you. It's a Wednesday night, man. Yeah, right. Right. Let's boogie. It's almost like an elevator. Captain Sickbag says, smooth multiplayer for you. Oh God, we nearly crashed into Mallow Hospital. Into the hot tub. Quick, get in. No time to explain. One thing I will say, right, all joking aside, anyone involved in like air ambulance or search and rescue, like, do you know what I mean? Amazing people. Amazing people. They literally risk their lives to help other people. Like, I knew a lot of the lads in the Air Corps who used to do it, from winchmen right up to the pilots. And every single mission they went out on, this is back in the day, well, when I say back in the day, like, this is like back in the early 90s. Every mission they went out on, they kind of just accepted things could go wrong. Yeah, they were highly skilled people, and they did crazy things to protect people and save people. But you know what I mean? Absolutely amazing stuff. And they're only from the ones I know. Like, when you look at the level of skill, older stutters, when you look at the level of skill when it comes to flying choppers, it's amazing. That job is my dream job, but I'm too much of an idiot. Warhamster, join the club. We'll be in the same club. There's a great video over on YouTube, and it's actually he's an air ambulance pilot. He's based out of, he's in the States, but he flies the Aero Commander. And he kind of shows you a day in the life, or a week in the life of what it's like for him. Fascinating video. I'll try and get you the link over on Discord. Really brave men and women. Like, it's nuts. Like, it's a level of bravery and I don't know, awesomeness. It's pretty cool. So what was happening there, I started to drop some frames because I had the sim and JoinFS working, and I just got a big red light. So I turned off JoinFS for the minute. So if you're flying in JoinFS and I disappeared, it's okay. I'm still here. Well, I'm over there. But yeah. King Lafford says, do you want to hear some octopus jokes? They're incredible. Hey, friend to all is now following. Many thanks, dude. Right, so we're going to ramble on our way now over to Kerry Airport. Dunkar 98, welcome aboard. For this region of Ireland, it's covered by the Irish Community Rapid Response Helicopter based at Rathcoole Aerodrome, along with the Irish Coast Guard helicopters. Oh, nice. Musefan says, I downloaded the chopper a few weeks back and never used it. After a couple of hours tonight, I'm in love with it. It is fun. It is fun. And like, you know, oh, it doesn't do, man, the immersion and all this. And like, give us a bucket, like. Flying Fabio did something deadly earlier on. He showed videos of like F-19 and like really, really old kind of flight simulators, you know, with their 8-bit design, and they were brilliant back then. And then you jump into this. Do you know what I mean? It's like day and night in the difference. Gibbo, how are you getting on with the chopper? And I haven't heard much from Colonel Fork. I don't know, are you in VR? But are you in a chopper tonight, my dude? Waltons. I'm a sucker for octopus jokes. Oh, come on. King Leopard says, how do you make an octopus laugh? You give it 10 tickles. Oh, they're always so good. Oh, 10 tickles. Right, we're kind of heading the right direction here. That was good, Keen. In fairness now, that was good. Right, so we got some Thunderflies. We're back on the North Europe server, by the way. It's running kind of... Oh dear. It's running well at the moment. The dad joke force is strong in here. It just is. It's frightening. Now, let's see. Buttons. I tentacle all octopus jokes great. I don't know, Crompton. I could be reading it. Oh, we're going backwards. We're going backwards. This is what we're going to fly on Route 66 next week, guys. Chopper going backwards. What do you reckon? In basic mode, I'm getting there for sure. It's understanding how to control the momentum. It has that learning curve for me. Ah, alright, okay, cool. Goblin Zeus, yeah. I prefer to eat octopus. Grilled. Ooh. I bought a cheap I bought a cheap octopus. It was a 6-pack. Oh dear. Now, right, so keep it this direction, Murphy. You were doing well until most certainly you weren't. So it's good to see then that they fixed the rotors, because we're back on Microsoft servers and it's running quite well, which is good. It's nice. It's nice. So, yeah. So this Friday, we're going to be doing, well, one of our kind of bush flights. We're going to go adventuring somewhere. Brazil last week was fun, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. That was great scenery. So I'll have a, you know, a scratch of the head and figure out what it is we're going to do. But tonight's been kind of cool. Like, we're only going from, like, Waterford to Kerry. You drive this in a little bit. But the scenery at this altitude in a chopper, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's lovely. How do you cure a sick chemist? If you can't heal him, you can't cure him, you might as well bury him. Oh, that's very good. That's very good. Octopuses play Quidditch at Hogwarts. Quidditch. We'll give it, we'll give it. Calamari. I hadron about that super collider in CERN, says Crompton. Captain Sickback says Brazil was epic. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? So we'll find somewhere. Speaking of Hammy brought us around La Palma last Saturday night for the members' flight down on the Canary Islands. That was epic. Will we go to the Canary Islands? Hammy, are you working on Friday? He just knows where to go. And there's also freeware. I'll put it up on Discord. There's freeware scenery for the Canary Islands, and it makes it look really good. Yeah, the Canaries are nice. Grand. Okay, well, how about it, guys? Will we do the Canaries on Friday night? Would you like to go to the Canaries? We can do some island hopping. So we'll start off in La Palma. We can go to La Gomera. I knew it'll be in there somewhere. Octopus are quite dangerous, in fairness. They are well armed. Go to his house, Donegal. No, we'll do Donegal another night, because we'll fly around Donegal fairly quick. We'll do some island hopping this week and maybe Donegal next week. So if we do, we say La Palma, La Gomera, Tenerife, Gran Canaria, Lanzarote, all that kind of neck of the woods. And we can fly in different types of planes. That'll be fun. It will be fun. Now, how are we getting on here, Murph? Oh, we're nearly there. Yeah, we can get all our, summer holidays kind of music. And it's Friday. Do you know what I mean? We'll go nuts. Could use the A5. Oh, yeah. Good Fixins is here. Has anyone used the get to the chopper? All night, dude. Get to the chopper now. We even made it. Well, there's an emote for it. Good Fixins. There is an emote. Put in. Mind the ground, Murph. This is really going to hurt. There we go. Oh, mind the ground. See? We've got you covered. Good Fixins. We've got you covered. Get to the chopper now. There go the Thunderflies. I says you must be nearly over County Tip. Call in for a cup of tea. Where are we now, actually? Let's see. Oh. Kerry. Mallow. Kerry. Killarney. Tralee. Oh. Where is this, actually? Oh, look at the stutterage. Captain Sickback says, cool. Is there down on scenery for... There is. I'll, yeah, we're around Ballydesmond there. Good man yourself, Epic Fool. We'll put, I'll put a link up on Discord, maybe tomorrow, where you can pick it up. There's 3 files to get, okay? There's La Palma. There is, the Canary Islands. And then there's a freeware version of La Gomera, which is really, really nice. Matt Lou says, first time flying a chopper and flight sim. It's a lot of fun. Nice. Lights look awesome at sunset. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's around kind of Newcastle West, isn't it? We can check live weather and maybe do comedy landings. I like what you're thinking. 100 mile an hour gusts and Murphy trying to land it in an aerolite. La Palma is mad. Absolutely. Yeah, no, Friday. It's all going to happen. So that's this coming Friday. Now, I know... and this makes things interesting, but I know Fabio is planning a group flight on Friday. So don't worry, my dudes. Whenever Fabio is finished, ramble in to us and we'll still be flying. Because we get to stream a little bit later on a Friday night. And we'll still do what we do. Do you know what I mean? So don't worry. If you want, you can do both. Goblin says, I do not think they are well modelled in Microsoft Flight Sim, but there are 2 astronomical observatories. This is where, if you get this freeware add-on, it adds in all the observatories. It's fantastic. And it's actually really good modelling. I says, Murph, I tried the chopper on advanced mode. Seems really hard to fly, especially land. Do you think a real chopper is that difficult? Choppers are difficult. And it's because we're missing a control. You need 4 axes to fly a chopper. Collective... cycle or cyclic. What are the other 2? There's 4 axes needed: rudder pedals and then your the other gadget. Helis are hard. Now, if you just use basic mode, it's grand. And as I said, with the payware helicopter coming out, the Bell 47G by Flying Side, that has an easy mode, it has a medium and a hard, so you can actually work your way up, which is really, really cool. Mrs. Two-Tone, no staying up till 5 a.m. I'm jaded this week. I'm so tired this week. And it's because I stayed up 2 nights in a row at 5. So my plan now is, well, Friday night will be a bit late, but I'll plan to go to bed early and get up early. Why? Well, there's rugby on this weekend. Oh, no! Now, it's not... Saturday morning, it's like 10 o'clock, and then Sunday morning, it's like 5:30. But then I'm off on Monday. It's a 3-day weekend, so they'll be flying. Alison Johnson has huge flying to do on Saturday. She's going to be up in the air for hours. I think it's like 10 or 11 hours. So Alison will be flying on Saturday. Colonel Fork will be there on Sunday. I'm sure we'll have Jay Winokur and Seamus McNeil doing the thing. The Flying Fabio is going to be there on... Well, he's flying the CRJ, I think he said tomorrow. And then the group flight on Friday. And then we kick off Route 66 on Monday. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Route 66. Fabio De Frenzy, Cyclic Collective, Anti-Torque Pedals and Throttle. Gotcha. But the H-135 FADEC should eliminate the latter. Gotcha. Dougal says, I hope I get my installation sorted in time for Alison's flight. Yeah. Get the box of shame out for Friday. And we might have Ayla on streaming someday soon as well. Stay day, night, day again, then go to bed. If I don't get some sort of sleep, I get cranky. Not very bad, but you know what I mean? And then I get hungry. So you get hangry. Ooh, it's not a good combination. Murph, I'll give you some money. Here's that 6 quid. Get the sunglasses ready? Oh yeah. Get the wiggage ready, man. I don't know how... I need to look into it. London Controller plays, like, dancey music. I don't know how he does it. I'd be afraid of, like, an old DMC or something. I must ask him. Do you know what I mean? Pay the Vengo boys and all this. Do. Don't act like you don't know the lyrics. I know you do. Unts. All dance music. Do you know what I mean? Giving it socks. I says there are videos over on YouTube of the 135 landing on narrow streets. KTUK has landed in Kerry. Nice. From Paris to Berlin. Remember that? The Venga bus is coming. And what was the other one? Put your hands up 40, try it. Oh, look at the state of this, sports fans. Hang on, we'll fire around here for a minute, because this is just 2 nights. What do we need for this? Let me see. Oh, sure, we'll do this, because it's getting placed to the other thing, isn't it? Yes. A Mafarian always pays his debts. Or words to that effect. To the King of the North. We're going to Ibiza? Yeah, remember that one? Are we digging the tunage? To the King in the Midlands. The Wildlings. You know, or Kerry people. Oh, Scatman John. That fella. Yes. Kane Lefford is away. You take care of my dude. Okay, turning right. Kane, this is extremely hard to fly with one hand and take a sip. Oh my god, Ryan. Oh god. Thanks, Kane. What I want to know is old dance music, why was the singing always in Smurf's voice? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Digging the tunage here. Negative Approach says, there's a strange runway down here with X's. Is that just for the X-Cubs? It's actually the original runway. They extended it in the 1960s, I think. When I was young, I thought, oh, remember that one? Do you remember that one, Annalisa? Ooh, ah, Gina G. Wasn't that the lyrics from that? Ooh, ah, just a little bit. Oh, look at the reflection on the rotors. It's so hot right now. Disco dance. Oh yeah. Friday night, baby. Yeah, baby, yeah. Are you feeling it? Shocking dance moves. Ah, Macarena? Yes! Hey, Macarena! This Friday, disco dance. I like. Coffee House Airways is away. You take care, my dude. Many thanks for joining us tonight. Yeah, there's gotta be wiggage. There's going to be wiggage like you've never seen it before. Well, you've probably seen it before. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Let's get pumped for Friday. It's so close. So close right now. Right, well, look at the state of this for an escort. We got Chopper. Get to the choppers. And we have the Thunderflies. This is nuts. There's something on the way. Thing. Right, time to land, Murph. Are we ready to land? Oh, Walden's. He got me with another. God almighty. Ah, ooh. It's to go under the microphone. Oh, look at the shadows on the rotors. Look at the state of this. Very nice. There's something in the tub. Something. Looks amazing, doesn't it? Right, where's the runway? There it is. There she blow. So we're going to, do you know what I mean? We're going to try and land it, and then we'll watch some people come in for their own landings. In the choppers. You need to land. You can do it. Well, this has been kind of a night. I won't sleep tonight now. The excitement for Friday. We'll have the tunage, man. Yeah, right. Mr. Hoppy says, never thought I'd see the day a helicopter would be landing a formation flight of MB339s. You've seen it here first? I think you're a bit late. Everyone seems to be down. Well, they'll just have to get back up again, won't they, huh? Back into the sky, lads, come on. Move it now, lads, move it now. We'll catch you all coming in for another safe landing. It's going to be absolutely fantastic now, mind you. Oh yeah, they're still there, don't worry, don't worry. The question is, can we actually land it? Oh, God almighty. Oh, God. Hey, where's Sir Murphbot? Streamlabs came back. Sir Murphbot has stepped out for dancing. So you can't be doing that, lads, huh? You can't be doing that. Oh, steady, steady. Steady. Oh, steady. Don't break it, Murph. Right, we'll put down this friendly little fella over here. Oh, gentle. Easy, Murph, easy. There, there. There, there. There, there. And we're down. And we're down, sports fans. Did you see the state of it? Sir Murphbot has pulled. He's pulled a leg. He's pulled a something. Right, so what have we got? Oh, we've got people here. Look, hang on. We'll do this now, right? Hang on a second. Because we're about to, well, we're here. Do you know what I mean? Traffic nameplates on. Yes, yes. Do that. Yes, 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 yes. And we'll do a bit of this now, will we? Yes. Oh. Yes, he said in a proud and happy voice. Martha II said, look at the sky, and then Murphy turned it off again. Hang on. Mechanical madness. Look at this, sports fans. Ooh. The hype. That's right. That's right. Can he do it? There's Muse fan in the background giving it all sorts of socks. Even no socks. We can see a Cockpit 9. Big Papa Paulie for the bird's eye view. Mechanical, you're such a tease. But that's accurate, isn't it? I mean, that's accuracy. Look how high he is and maintaining it. We have 50th B coming in. Epic Fool. Flight Sergeant is there. Oh, War Hamster. Is that the L19? That got another update. You're sounding suspiciously like Michael Healy-Rae. You can't be doing that, lads, huh? You're very welcome here now to the kingdom. 'Tis the capital of Ireland. Very important part of the country now, so it is. Look at Epic showing off. Because he's epic. The hype. You can't be doing that. We had to cancel the curry chips after the ELAT last year, huh? Best behaviour now, lads. Hey, Mechanical, that is some very nice flying, my dude. Donuts. This is absolutely epic. We had Gibbo here a second ago. Maybe he's still there. Who be this? Shuriken Cookies. Many thanks for the follow, dude. We have a bell, bro. This is nuts. Look at all the choppers. Get to the chopper. I mean, yeah, we're all in a chopper. And surprisingly, the frames are holding. Manuel is down in his fixed-wing airplane. KTUK is over here somewhere. Here's Mr. Hoppy. KTUK is in the Bonanza. Yep. Orbarchet is there. Nicely done, my dudes. Cockpit 9 is down. 50th B is there. Big Papa Paulie. Papa Joe B. Yay! It worked again, Big Papa. Big Papa? Papa Joe, Murph. Benavant is over there. So we have Big Papa Polly. It worked finally for Papa Joe B. Prefontaine is hanging about. Some epic flying, man. What's over here, look? Oh, Roger Moe in the aerolite. Rob MCR in the car park. He just needed to put the golf clubs into the boot. Flavorix is above. There's Druid Zeus in the Robin. Muse Fan is down. There's Stutteridge like you wouldn't believe. It doesn't know what to be doing with itself. We'll get over it, lads. We'll get over it. Someone's loaded in. Oh, can't wait for choppers to be officially added. Well, as I said, the first payware chopper is due to be released this coming Friday from the guys over at Fly Inside. We don't have enough Arnies. Get to the chopper, get to the chopper, get to the... and so on and so forth. There was another L19 update. Yeah, I got an email yesterday. Anyway, my friends, thank you all so very, very much for joining me tonight. This was a lot of fun. What a night. Chopper flying, who'd have known? known. Who knew? Who'd have thought it? That word. Way too much for a Wednesday night. But it's totally grand. A huge shout out to Epic Fool for his amazing scenery of all these helipads. Nicely done, my dude. Many thanks to everyone for all the bits and the cheers, the new subscribers, all the new follows. I don't know what to say. Next Friday night is going to be boogie night. We're going dancing in the Canaries. You have to wear shorts and sunglasses whilst sitting at home. Very important. So, until then, my dudes, do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and we'll see you Friday. Bye-bye. Or a mankini.
Have you ever killed anyone?
Yeah, but they were all bad.
Well, that wasn't such a chore now, was it?
Oh, man. Don't hit me with them negative waves so early in the morning.